Then we'll just kind of try to figure this out as we go here. I'm not really that prepared. As you can see, I need to figure out some way.
You know, you can always put it on the useless box.
Well, I was thinking we take the box. Is that going to work? Is that going to mess me up? Where's my camera? It's over there. What up, Daniel Barry? Happy Friday. We're trying to set the studio up here. Actually, that works really well.
Me and Daddy Duke are going to open packs today.
Can't zoom out, though. Okay, so we have... Oh, my goodness. We got a lot. And it already fell over. Yeah, we're amateurs here. We don't do this for a living, so you're going to have to bear with us. We're going to get this figured out, though. Hey, that's good. Okay, so we have 2 Panini Prism. Guess I can make more space here. We have 2 Panini Prism basketball. These are the ones Mini Duke is going to open. You get 3 Blaster exclusive ice prisms. Look out for the red seismic, orange seismic, blue seismic, and green pulsar prisms. And the ultra rare sublime and mango inserts. So we got 2 of these bad boys for Mini Duke. He's going to kick us off here in just a second on those. And then for Duke Bothers is going to be opening 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blasters of 2024 Contenders football. You're going to get 7 inserts or parallels in these. Look for ultra rare inserts, including including Permit to Dominate, Superstar die cuts, and more. And then in these, you're going to get 1 autograph or memorabilia card per box. So that's going to be the fun part. 1 memorabilia, 1 auto on every last one of these. So let me adjust the camera here, and we're going to let Mini Duke open his packs first, and we're going to talk some Cowboys. Let me get my box down.
After I get out of this.
Okay. Here, I'll get that part off for you. I'm an expert at that.
Are you going to show them what I'm going to do?
Yep. All right. So here we go on the basketball. Hope you guys are having a happy Friday, as Daniel Barry said. Mini Duke and I, we've been getting the allergies. Everybody's been getting the allergies. So we're getting kind of over that. Hold on. Here we go. With the packs, I'm going to give these to Mini Duke, and I'm going to go over here as he rips while I read the comments here. There's Brando. A.J. Brown reportedly requested a trade numerous times this season. Of course he did.
Yeah,
Cowboys are likely to place a $6 million second-round tender on Brandon Aubrey. Very nice.
6 packs.
All right, 6 packs, Mini Duke. Let's see what you can do. A.J. Brown's gone. The Eagles are getting worse. I'm afraid the Giants might be getting better with their new head coach. I like the hire of Harbaugh for the Giants.
We got a D-E-A-A Roan Fox.
Yeah, De'Aaron Fox. Very nice. Okay. Yep, De'Aaron Fox right there.
We got a Cam.
And we got a green. What's the green?
The green is
Let me see. Mini Duke with the green. It's a Derek White color match. It's not wanting to zoom in on the card. There you go, Derek White color match. And what do we got here? Jeremy Grant. Okay. Next pack, Mini Duke.
We got 4 more packs.
Hello, Jordan Francis. How are you?
We got 5 more packs.
5 more. Yeah, that's my thing. I'm afraid John Harbaugh, they have defensive talent. They're like us, but they don't use it right. You know, I mean, they don't have as much as we do, I don't think, but the coaching was always a big problem for them. You know, really on both sides of the ball, and I think Harbaugh can really improve them.
Yeah.
I'm glad you stopped in. Oh, we got a. That's a big shack.
Big Shack from the Lakers.
Check out the big shack on the cracked ice. Look at that. Mini Duke's pulling heaters. Put that in the sleeve pile. Another green prism. A green prism here. What up, Jasper? Welcome back.
Don Johnson.
Yeah,
Shiny
that's a green Keldon Johnson for the Spurs. Not a big Spurs fan, but the Thunder beat the Spurs, so I don't want to hear it anymore.
We got a silver card.
Silver card.
That is
silver prism.
Jalen Trison.
All right, Jalen Trison. Let's go. Did you get anything good in there on the tops?
Yeah. We got 4 more.
Looking for rookies. There's no rookies yet. Not a single rookie. There's got to be a rookie in there. All right, go ahead. Let's see what else you got. Horns down. You got it right there. Right there.
Yeah.
Yep. Boy, if this kid pulls a manga, I'll go nuts.
And if you say this kid pulls a shiny card,
well, you did pull a cracked ice shack.
We got one.
Oh, there's a backwards card. There's a backwards card. Another cracked ice. That's a rookie, too. Khalil Ware.
That's a shiny card, too.
It sure is. It's a cracked ice.
Cracked ice?
Go, Anthony. What's the backwards card? Okay, this must be some kind of a silver prism image variation of Jeremy Sochan.
And we got John.
I'm afraid of that, Double D. We were just talking about that, man. I'm worried about you. Well, not worried about you, but yeah, you're on the rise.
We got John Collins.
All right, John Collins, very nice. Yeah, I know Double D's happy for sure. Man, I'd be happy too. Like we were saying, I believe coaching is really the biggest issue you've had over the years. Talent-wise, you're okay.
We got 3 more packs.
3 more packs, okay. And then it'll be Daddy's turn. This year, well, I mean, everybody's eliminated this year except for the Final 4, or not the Final 4, the Final 8, the Elite 8. Gosh, March Madness is around the corner too. Double D said this year's over. Yeah, you're doing that one too. Oh, you got another shiny.
I got
another backwards card. Yo, you got something hot. He got something hot. He just pulled a heater. What did you just pull? What is this? Oh, it's an auto!
Card,
it's an auto!
Auto!
He pulled an auto! Mini Duke with the Herb Williams auto. Look at that.
So after this show,
wow.
You gotta take me outside and parade me.
That is wild. This kid's got hot fingers. Woo, fingers are burning me. They're so hot. Look at that.
You gotta take me outside and parade me.
You guys don't understand. Pulling an auto out of Prism is very, very difficult. Matter of fact, I can look at the odds on this. This is a penmanship Herb Williams. That is.
Last time I pulled a.
Let's see, penmanship.
Card.
It doesn't say.
We got a rookie.
And you got a green rookie too. Kaishawn George.
Rookie, nice.
Very nice, Mini Duke. I can't believe you pulled an auto out of the first box, dude.
I'm gonna do what that other guy did. Top or bottom?
Top or bottom? Which one are you going with? Are you asking chat? All right, chat. Mini Duke is asking the chat section. Top pack or bottom pack? Which one should he open next? First comment wins. Unless it's Billy Boo, but I think he got timed out, so he can't win. First comment wins. Top or bottom? There's a delay, so you got to wait just a second before somebody says anything. Top or bottom, chat? Chat's sleeping on this. I think they're still knocked out from this auto. All right, we got top. Somebody said top, so we're going to go top pack.
All right.
Top pack it is.
Top pack.
Thank you, Jasper.
We're doing the bottom pack next.
Bottom pack will be next. An auto out of the first box. This kid is something else. Remember last time we went live, we did baseball, and he pulled a John Kruk autograph. I knew he had something.
That's why I get so many years in T-Ball, and that's why I got 100 at school.
That's right. You did get 100 on everything in school. This might be a hot box, guys.
This
You got a
is
LaMelo
gonna be
Ball.
hot.
Yep. Could be a hot box. Yo, there we go. That's a Dylan Jones OKC Thunder.
Rookie on the OKC.
Dylan Jones OKC Thunder. We'll take that all day long. And a Dennis Rodman. What y'all know about Dennis Rodman?
We got the final pack for Mini Duke.
Let me tell you something about Dennis Rodman. It doesn't say this on here, but the town that we live in, that's southeastern Oklahoma State, is where Dennis Rodman went to college. His college is right down the street from where we're at. We're like right next door to where he went to school.
Last pack for Mini Duke.
Last pack magic for Mini Duke. Here we go.
Last pack for Mini Duke until I get to this box.
All right. And I'm gonna use your box right now to show your autograph that you just pulled, because that's fire. Happy weekend, HongTube. Hope you're having a good one. Hope your Friday is good. Dallas Cowboys in the house. CNS. We're talking Cowboys tonight. We got another cracked ice, guys. Yeah, right there. Mini Duke has another cracked ice. It's a rookie, too. Scotty Barnes. A rookie cracked ice for
A red rookie.
Oh, so I'm so hard. I don't know who that is. But anyway, rookie cracked ice.
Red rookie.
And we have a Khalil Ware. That's right. That's good. Khalil Ware.
Red rookie.
And a Jason Williams. That's like a white chocolate. Drop it off. All right. Now it's Daddy's turn.
Before my turn.
So let me set this up here. Let me know who you guys are thinking about for Dallas Cowboys defensive coordinator. I got my ideas. We'll see what happens. All right, so I'm opening contenders. 1 autograph or memorabilia per box, and then 7 inserts as well. This should be really good. I'm really excited to open these. So I am. First of all, I gotta say, thank you, Chicago Bears. You did us a flavor. I appreciate that. Knocking out Green Bay. That was good. That was good of you. I think it's going to be a memorabilia card. Let me see here. I'm usually pretty good about picking these out. I'm actually thinking maybe this pack will be a memorabilia. Okay, so here we go. I want Chuck Norris. Dude, Chuck Norris from Wilson, Oklahoma. We can do that.
I might be able to help you open some of your boxes.
All right, here we go. Gardner Minshew. Trash. Season ticket of Rashad White. Christian Watson. Gosh, they're all. This is so. You got to flip over every card. Aaron Rodgers. But we don't want that. Joe Burrow. Don't shake the table. You just knocked everything over. Tua. I just got a concussion. James Conner and a draft class Jaden Daniels. That's a good start. I know we're not Redskins fans up in here, but a Jaden Daniels draft class, yeah, we can do that. His cards are valuable, so what you want to do is get them and then sell them. That's what you want to do. You don't want to keep them, obviously, because he's a Redskin. Nobody wants to keep Redskins. So thank you, Bears, for knocking off Green Bay. That gives Dallas the number 20 overall pick. And also, thank you, 49ers, because you beat the Eagles. So thank you. Eagles fans laughing at us for losing to the Giants. Uh-oh, I see something here. Jonathan Taylor, Micah Parsons. Why?
Say my name.
That guy's name was Jonathan Taylor. Kendrick Bourne, Josh Allen. There we go. Don't shake the table. Max Crosby, Mike Evans, a pink parallel James Cook for the Bills, and a round 2. Who are these people? Cooper DeJean and Kool-Aid and McKinstry on the round 2. These can be really cool cards, but usually if they're autographed. DFW, man, I saw a little bit of your live stream earlier. That's pretty good. You had some cool stuff going on in there. Oh, we got another pink. Oh gosh, no. We're not doing that. Baker Mayfield, Boomer Sooner. There we go.
You want me to rip this?
Aiden Hutchinson, Brees Hall.
You want me to rip the cards?
Go for it. DJ Moore, Puka Nuka. Not a Puka Nuka rookie, though. Yes, Jonathan. 2009 draft class, round 1, pick 1, Matthew Stafford. Round 1, pick 25, Clay Matthews. And a pink, Vlad McConkey and Keon Coleman. Actually, it's a red parallel. Not numbered, though. Kind of bummed about that. Miami or Indiana? I want chat to tell me what you guys think. I honestly think Indiana, look, they beat the brakes off Alabama. They beat the brakes off Oregon. I don't think they can be stopped.
You throw this one out, too? Make a ring.
Bobby Wagner, don't need that. Anthony Richardson, I wish he would have been something, man. I really had high. Don't do that. Don't do that. No. I had high hopes for Anthony Richardson, and he did not turn out to be anything, so that kind of sucks. And plus, Indy, right there. There's your answer. It's Indy. Indy all the way. Indy's going to win. Pat Fryermuth, these are mostly base. That is Zeke. No. Ramondre Stevenson. Derrick Henry. Nope, not doing that one. DK Metcalf and a draft class Drake May. This is what we're looking for right here. These Drake May rookies are the big ones. Drake May is going for a lot right now. He might win rookie of the year, MVP. And if he does that, all of his stuff is going to be a lot. So now is the auto or mem guaranteed in this pack. I believe it's going to be a memorabilia card. But here we go. I'm usually pretty good about picking these. This should be a memorabilia. You're still shaking the table, son. And it is a memorabilia. So we'll reveal that last. Don't care. Most of these are just base cards. We don't really care about these. Unless there's somebody I really don't like. Oh, there's the memorabilia card. It is a Braylon Allen rookie memorabilia patch for the Jets. We'll set that up here. And we also get a rookie Stallions Luke McCaffrey, just kind of out of nowhere. Don't know where that came from. A Drake May what? State of the art. Oh, I bet that's nasty. Yeah, I'll bet that's a nasty card. All right, let's do another one. Remember, Mini Duke, I have 5. You only have 2.
Yeah.
Guys, 214 has just uploaded a video. Go check it out. Horns down, coming up, Dash. There you go. Yeah, Mini Duke and I, we have Indiana in the national championship. They steamrolled Alabama and Oregon. I don't think they're going to lose to Miami. After beating those 2 teams, I don't think so. So here we go. Next box. Right here. And I think we have another memorabilia, and I think it's this pack right here. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to kind of fly through these base cards a little faster because the base cards aren't worth anything. Contenders base cards are trash. But really, we're looking for autos. Mostly autos. These rookies are okay, too, but base. Rookie Stallions. Adonai Mitchell for the Colts. I hope Indiana, but I'm grateful to Miami for knocking out the Aggies. Yeah, me too. I'm glad Alabama's not there. Thank you, Indiana, for doing that. I just wish we would have kept our lead because we had Alabama up 17-0, and then we just blew it. With that defense, I don't know how you can do that. All these are base. Vinny Testaverde. Draft class. Vinny Testaverde and Jim Harbaugh. Well, there you go, Double D. There's your coach's, brother? Jim and John? And then Vinny Testaverde and the cream and orange there, the creamsicles. Oh, Dashy says trash the Browns cards. All right, you got it, Dash. We will do that. We don't need any Browns cards.
I'll rip it.
Unless they're Baker Mayfields. We want to keep the Baker Mayfield cards. He's a good one to keep. By the way, I am currently killing. Oh, here you go. You don't need that one. You can rip that up if you want to. I'm killing it in the Dashy Sports Tournament and in the Stephen Rose Tournament, too. Another Adonai Mitchell draft class card. So there's that. Kind of flying through these now. Can't believe we've already been live for 20 minutes. Mini Duke so far has pulled the best card. He's only opened one box. I've opened two. Base, 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 base. Nope. Is that a Bo Nix? Bo Nix Rookie Stallions. Does have a print line on it, though. I don't like the print line. It's still a nice Bo Nix. So once again, I was right. This is going to be the memorabilia pack.
It looks like I'm the one in the lead because I'm the one that got
Yeah, you're in the lead. You've got the auto, so that puts you in the lead. This one is another patch card. Round one, Bo Nix and J.J. McCarthy, though. That's a nice one. Base, base, base. All your base are belong to me. All right, and for the patch, here we go. It's New England Patriots. New England Patriots rookie. Oh, come on. Come on. Just one time. Just one time. Just one time. Oh, no, it's not. Dang it. It's Joe Milton. The now Dallas Cowboy backup quarterback Joe Milton on the memorabilia card there. So we're going to add him to my little stack here to display after the show. A Joe Milton. Did you pull any Packers? Oh, yeah. No, I haven't really noticed any Packers cards. The only cards I keep that are base are Cowboys cards. I don't keep any base cards that are not Dallas Cowboys. But I do keep my Cowboys base. I have a whole box full of Dallas Cowboys cards here. This one, I'm going to say this is the memorabilia pack right here in the back. So here we go. Next pack. It's been a while since we've opened cards together. This is a big hobby of mine. Always has been. I love opening cards. All right. Oh, there you go, Dashy. How about a Trey Hendrickson? What do you think? Is he staying in Cincinnati? Curious to see what you think about that. Oh, there's a red foil Christian McCaffrey. Kind of nice. And we have Malik Neighbors. Malik Neighbors auto. Hard to see him. Malik Neighbors on the draft class. Sorry, did I say auto?
Yeah.
No, it's not an auto. It's a rookie. Sorry. I meant to say rookie. I would have gone a lot more hype. Don't push, don't push, don't push. I would have got a lot more hype over an auto. Even if it's a Malik Neighbors auto, like anybody's rookie auto would be really nice. Nope. Nope. Rookie Stallions, Latui, and then another Rookie Stallion, Spencer Rattler on the red Rookie Stallions. Again, not numbered. I wish it was, but a nice red Rookie Stallions there. Trying to go fast. Base, 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 base. CD!
CD!
There we go. There we go. CD right there. I don't want to mess him up.
Are you in the lead?
No, you're still in the lead. Jacoby Brissett, and then a draft class, Eli Manning and Steven Jackson. I remember Steven Jackson's draft. I wanted Steven Jackson so bad in that draft, and he was available. But no, we took Julius Jones instead. You guys remember Julius Jones? Taking him over Steven Jackson. That turned out real nice, didn't it? Oh my gosh. Nope. What is that?
No.
Dude, that is ugly. What is this, Double D? What is this? Looks like you were trying to wear red jerseys, but then you got ran over by an ice cream truck. It's got a big skid mark down the middle. What is that? Those jerseys are hideous, bro. Look at that. That's nasty. And not in a good way. Brian Burns, Swift, and the Contenders. No. Not in this house. All right. Again with the mem card. I'm going to be 3 for 3. I'm picking the memorabilia. He's over there tearing up the Chiefs cards. Adonai Mitchell, Jalen Polk, round 1. Base, 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 base. Oh, this is the patch. Is this a dual patch? It's a dual. I've never seen one of these. Dual patch, Latuli Ladududu, and Dallas. I mean, it's Dallas Turner, but still a dual patch. That's cool. I have not seen one of these yet. It's not numbered, but Latuli Ladudu and Dallas Turner on the dual. Why are they a dual patch together? Does not say. Does not say. But that's certainly going up here. And I'll do a kind of a small little hit parade at the end of this thing to recap the best cards we got. All right, so I have 2 boxes left. Mini Duke has 1. So we're going to do my other 2, and the Mini Duke's going to round us out. They look like somebody was drawing. Yeah, they do. Like, I'm not sure whose idea that was. Like, who came up with the concept of making those jerseys. But, yeah, those jerseys are ugly. They're hideous. They're mega doo-doo. Booty cheeks. Get rid of them. Some of the worst ones I've ever seen. Green Bay has some nasty jerseys. Pittsburgh obviously has nasty jerseys. Guys, this might be an auto pack.
Can I see the nasty jerseys?
This one right here. Does that look ugly to you? Oh, yeah. You dropped it. It don't matter. If it's not this pack, we might have an auto in this, guys. We might have an auto. I'm going to pick this pack as the backpack. We'll see. We might have an auto in this box. That's what we're looking for is autos. So let's see. There's a Green Bay Packer. You know what we're going to do with that card. And an Eagle after that. Even better. We got a red Christian Watson. And then we have a draft class Darrelle Revis and Patrick Willis. What you talking about, Willis? Next pack. I can't believe Mini Duke has opened 1 box and he's pulled the only auto. That's how much luck this kid had. I'm telling you, this kid is good luck, guys. Will Levis. Oh, I got an auto. Marvin Harrison, but here's the auto.
Are we in the tie?
We're tied now.
If I get another
Here's the auto.
If I get a
Buffalo Bills linebacker.
If I get another
Adifuwan Uli-Fashubi right there. That's the auto we're looking for, guys. Adifuwan Uli-Fashubi on the rookie auto for the Buffalo Bills. There we go. Is it numbered? It's not numbered, but
if I get another
Uli-Fashubi on the Bills auto. Let's go.
If I get another rookie or another auto, I'm back in the lead.
That's right. All right, so 2 autos. Your auto is better than mine, though. We will say that. Your auto is better than mine.
Yeah, because I'm still in the lead. Right?
Right. Well, your product is more high-end than mine, too. You're getting Prism. I'm getting Contenders. Contenders is garbage unless you get autos. And then when you get an auto, it's Uli Badubi Doobie Vashubi, so it doesn't really count. Is that a Michael Vick? No, it's a Richard White. What am I thinking? Base. Rookie Stallions. Ricky Pearsall. Bang! No, just kidding. All right, let's keep going. Keep moving. We've only got this box and 1 box left, and then Mini Duke will close us out. I kind of had a feeling because I saw some shiny on that card. I should have swapped. Sorry, Dashy. Jamar Chase, Cincinnati for Dashy. Jamar Chase, don't know. Jamar Chase will always be worth something. We have a gold, Jalen Wright and Isaac Guerrero. I know how to say his name. And then an Eagle. Jalen Wright and Isaac Gurianindo right there. All right, well, last pack, then I got 1 more box. Base. Justin Herbert base. Rookie Stallions, Marvin Harrison Jr. All right, so I'm down to my last box, so let me move my hits here. Where's that Drizzy?
Drizzy?
It's probably the most valuable card up here right now. Okay. My last box. And then we'll let Mini Duke do his last box. And that'll be a wrap for the boxes. Can we get one more auto before the day's over? Let me check here. I think that might be a memorabilia. So Mini Duke will have to pull the last heater of the night. Here we go. And of course, Green Bay Packer to start us out, because why not? Base. Nope. Dan Hampton and Kellen Winslow. That's old school. Dan Hampton, Kellen Winslow. Doing a good job there, Mini Duke. You're getting the job done, son.
I'm doing better than you right now.
Baker Mayfield again. Let's go.
Does I help you?
Oh, you saw a Bengals card? See, I don't ever pause on those, and I need to. My bad. Another Anthony Richardson and Latutu on the draft class for the Colts. John Mateer signed a new deal to return to Norman for 2026. Good. I know they said he was undecided about going pro, and I'm thinking if I had the season that he had last year, there would not be any undecided about it. Like, I'm coming back home. I got one more in me. You know what I'm saying? I got one more in me. Base. Nope. That is a DK Metcalf burning the Cowboys. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but did Deron Bland catch him on that play? Or am I wrong? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong on that one. PS2. I saw a pink foil PS2. Bucky Irving and Braylon Allen right there. I've only got 2 packs left, and then it's Mini Duke's turn to close us out. I don't think so. Nope. There it is again, that nasty-looking ice cream truck card. Earl Campbell and James Lofton. What do you know about Earl Campbell? And then there's the Dan Hampton again. This one's the red foil.
I'll tear that card in a minute.
All right, last pack for Daddy. Okay. When you come back, it'll be your turn. Last pack here. Get this out of the way because it is a memorabilia. Spencer Rattler. See, I'm really good on these, guys. I picked all the mems out perfect, and I got the auto. City! All right, here we go. Last one. Oh, gosh. Do I really have to do this, guys? This is the memorabilia card. That's the memorabilia card. Are you kidding me? You're really going to give me this as my last card? Carson Steele. Who in the blue? Brando, finish the sentence. Who in the blue? It's The Rock saying it. What are we doing? All right. Let me get this over here. Yeah, that's what they give me for my last card. Forget that. All right. So, we're going to – Mini Duke's over there tearing up all the Chiefs cards. We're going to give Mini Duke his last box, and then we're going to wrap it up. That's not it. All right, Mini. Yeah, tell me about it. But still got some pretty good hits, and Mini's going to close us out with one more Prism Blaster. So here you go, Mini. Yep. Let me get behind you. That'll be easier. I'm going to go over here and get behind Mini Duke. Oh, while he opens his packs. All right. Are you? You got it. I knew I'd count on Brando.
This time we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 packs.
Okay.
Read what Packers did above. Okay.
This is the first pack.
Packers fans create a petition to make Ben Johnson apologize for his handling of the postgame. Man, check him out. LaFleur. It already has 3,000 plus signatures. There's that many Packers fans? That's sad. Poor fellas. We got a cracked ice.
We got.
Oh, it's a rookie, too.
Okay, I'm in the lead.
It's a Melvin Ajija on the rookie cracked ice. And a rookie emergent Cody Williams.
Rookie.
And another rookie.
A rookie Jonathan
Mogbo. Yep. Jonathan Mogbo rookie. Very nice. All right. Next pack.
We got 4 more.
I actually didn't even see that handshake.
5 more cards.
But I saw one that was really funny. It was AI, but it was Aaron Rodgers. He was really mad that the Steelers lost, so he punched C.J. Stroud in the face, and then he did a roundhouse kick on one of the trainers. And I'm thinking, Aaron Rodgers might actually do that. That's why it's funny, because his temper is terrible. Did you get another? Oh no, you didn't. Okay, I thought you got another backwards card for a second. I was say, what are you doing, Mini Duke? We got a green prism, I think, along with a cracked ice.
We got another rookie with the cracked ice.
Another rookie cracked ice? Sure enough, that's a Stephon Castle cracked ice. That's a good one.
We got a green one.
And the green is going to be Dante DiVincenzo.
And the cracked ice one, the silver one is going to be Brandon
Roy.
Brandon Roy.
Yep, on the silver. All right. Moving right along.
We got 4 more packs left.
4 more packs left. And Daddy's going to have a mess to clean up.
I'll help you when this is done.
I appreciate that. You're a good boy. Mini Duke's always there to help.
Mills. Bridges.
What's up, Motor City Maniac? Good to see you, my brother. Hope you're doing well.
And Wyatt Moore.
Ken Whitmore. Hope your 2026 is better than your 2025.
We got Ron Holland.
Ron Holland? Yeah, Ron Holland is second on the Instant Impact Rookie Wave.
We got
Darren Holmes, rookie.
3 more packs left, guys.
3 more packs left, Chad. I may have to plug my phone in here. I hope it doesn't die, but there's a chance my phone might die, everybody. There's no outlet close to where we're at. All right, let's do it.
There's an outlet right there.
Yeah, but I can't get to that one. All right, let's do it. Yeah, we're doing wonderful. We've all got the crud like everybody else has. But Aaron Gordon, very nice. Green prism is going to be Kelly Oubre. Yeah, Kelly Oubre Jr.
Cracked ice. It's going to be another.
That's a silver, Tristan Da Silva. Oh, no, it's not silver.
Then we got a top or bottom.
All right. Let's do, bottom. It's bottom.
And bottom. Top.
Man, you're lucky. Everybody around here's got it. We've all got it. But we're on the upswing part. We're not on the get sick and stay in bed all day part. We're on the let's get all the crap out of our systems and get feeling better part. So that's nice. I'll be glad when it's over, though, because that's also the least fun.
And we're like, let's get all the crap out of this house.
Yep. All right, we got a cracked ice.
Got cracked ice.
Is that Penny?
No.
Yo, he pulled a Shaq cracked ice earlier. Now he pulled a Penny Hardaway cracked ice. Look at that. Hold on. Penny Hardaway cracked ice. What you know about Penny Hardaway? That's going to be a silver. Clint Capella, silver prism.
All cracked ice.
And a rookie, Yesy Messi right there. For Mini Duke.
Got one more pack.
Last pack, and then we're going to go through the hits, and then we'll be done. And I might run in here and plug my phone in real quick, cut my camera, and hang out with you guys for a minute and talk some football. Because I got a lot of stuff to say. I'm hoping I got time to say it before my phone dies. All right. Oh, Austin Reeves, Boomer Sooner. We got an emergent rookie, silver emergent rookie. Yesy Messi, of course. Why wouldn't it be?
Silver cracked ice rookie, Taylor Smith.
All right. So now we're going to go over here, and I'm going to show you guys the hits one more time. And then I'm going to see if I can plug my phone in here. Draft class Drake May. Any Drake May is going to go nuts. Mini Duke pulls an autograph right here of Herb Williams for the Indiana Pacers. So Mike Mosh special. Daddy pulls an autograph of This is the one I would pull. Edie Fooney Udi Fashuni for the Buffalo Bills. I wish Bills Mafia was in here. He could tell me how to say this guy's names. Edie Fanumi Ubli Bashubi for the Buffalo Bills. Right there. Autograph. We got a dual patch. Latuli Latutu and Dallas Turner. Dallas is the best part of that. Don't do that. Jaden Daniels, draft class, rookie. Braylon Allen on the memorabilia patch there. Joe Milton, Dallas Cowboy, but on the New England patch. It's still a Dallas Cowboys color patch, though, so we'll take that. CD! Because why wouldn't I put a CD in there? Yeah, I think it's Obi-Wan, yeah, and some kind of Chiefs play. I don't know who that is, but anyway. All right, so let's get this plugged in, and I'm going to hang out with you guys and talk some football. Thanks, Mini Duke. I had fun. Come in here, cut the camera. Plug my phone in before it dies. Okay. All right, so I'm going to get me some water. Yes, it is. Put it back up with the other one, please. I'm going to go get me some water, maybe a cold one, and I will be right back. I'll be right back. 30 seconds. You can have your TV. You can have your tablet. I'll be in here in a little bit to pick all that up. You can have some fun for a while. Oh, your tablet's right here. All right, I know that was longer than 30 seconds, so sue me. Oh, Doomsday, don't do that to me. Here's your tablet. Put it right here for you. Okay. Now, let me get situated here. Let me just sit down. Let me just sit down for a minute. Let me get situated so I can talk to you. Because I got some stuff I want to say about the Dallas Cowboys. And I hope Aaron Whitecotton does not become our defensive coordinator. That would be the most Dallas Cowboys thing ever. Like, we're actually interviewing people this time. We've actually we're thinking on the same wavelength there, Doomsday. You know, that would be exactly what the Cowboys would do. And, you know, we've interviewed, 3? And our interview list is like 7 or 8 people now, or 9. And, yeah, Doomsday, they all kind of suck. Now, the buzz around here is Riley Leonard. That's the buzz. All the fans seem to want Riley Leonard. Thank you, Cowboys. I'm glad somebody enjoyed that. I love opening them, especially when there's a guaranteed autograph or memorabilia, because you know you're going to get some kind of excitement. So that was fun to pull the autographs and all that. We always have fun doing it. I've actually got some other really cool cards. I got a Bob Marley card I just pulled that has a piece of his piano that he used in his world tour. It's really cool. But like I was saying, Riley Leonard is the name that all the Cowboys fans are throwing around. I'm telling you right now, number 1, it's not going to be Riley Leonard. Number 2, if it was, he would get fired within 2 years. He wouldn't make it any longer than the last guy did. I'm telling you. Now, I'm not saying necessarily that he's Eberflus 2.0 or anything like that. Like I'm not trying to put that kind of label on the kid, but he is not going to come in here and change this defense. He's not. If he comes in here, he's coming in here. Sorry, did I say Riley Leonard? Isn't that the quarterback from Notre Dame? I meant Jim Leonard. Oh my gosh. See, this is what happens when you're sick. You get your Leonards mixed up. Jim Leonard is the name, and Jim Leonard is not going to come in here and change this team. If Jim Leonard gets hired, which he will not do, we're not going to get Jim Leonard. But if we did, he's not going to come in here and be the defensive coordinator of the Dallas Cowboys. He's going to come in here and be a yes man to Jerry Jones. That's all he's going to be for. That's the only use he's going to have, is to come in here and be Jerry Jones's yes man and do whatever Jerry tells him to do. And that's not good, by the way. It's not what you want. Jim Leonard is not the kind of coach that's going to do even what Dan Quinn did. Remember when Dan Quinn took over the Cowboys defense? They were terrible under Mike Nolan. And then all of y'all wanted Dan Quinn to be our head coach. That's working out pretty good for him now. That Jerry wants a yes man. That's why he's interviewing all these people. And that's why White Cotton scares me, because White Cotton has already been there. White Cotton's in the building. And actually, if we're gonna go the other route, because everybody's talking about Brian Flores. Everybody wants Flores in Dallas. Wasn't Flores a yes man too to Jerry? Correct me if I'm wrong. Somebody tell me if I'm wrong, but wasn't Flores already in the building? Wasn't Flores a yes man to Jerry too? I'm just saying. None of these candidates really impress me that much. Like, really, they don't. Now, I get it. I can't just...
You know what's the
I don't. I might be able to find one later. I don't want to throw names out there like Sean Lee, and just random dream scenarios of who our DC should be. I don't have the answer right now, but I don't work in the front office. I'm not supposed to have the answer. But no, I don't want Flores. I don't want White Cotton. I don't want Leonard. I'm just sitting there checking all these boxes. No. Like, I'm good. I'm good with all these coaches. I remember a time, and this was not that long ago. I think it was under Big Tuna. It was when Big Tuna was the head coach. And this happened for several years, and older Cowboys fans are going to remember. The Dallas Cowboys went through a very long stretch, and I mean a very long stretch, where you did not have a head coach plus an offensive coordinator plus a defensive coordinator. You either had one or the other. You had a head coach with an offensive coordinator, or you had a head coach with a defensive coordinator, because the head coach was the defensive coordinator. Like, I believe Dave Campo was too. I remember Big Tuna, Bill Parcells, he was head coach and defensive coordinator. Like, we didn't have all three. And I think that set us back a little bit. Now, obviously, you're not going to do that right now, because Schottenheimer is not a defensive coach. So really, I mean, I get that it's change for change's sake, and I get that Eberflus had to go. I get that he sucked, and we had to fire him. But what exactly is supposed to change? Which one of these hires is realistically supposed to come in here in 2026 and fix this team? Which one? Give me one name. I challenge anybody. Now, excuse me. I don't watch all these content creators. I don't watch Law Nation, Vach Lombardi. Gosh, do I not watch Mark Holmes, because he's still a clickbaiter. I don't watch any of these guys. So if any of these guys are throwing out a name and they're saying, this guy is the guy that's going to come fix this team, This guy is a defensive coordinator that we want to come into Dallas that's going to make things all better. Whatever guy they're saying is going to be the guy, I don't care who that guy is. I don't want him. Phil Parker's not leaving Iowa, definitely. Now, Jeff Ulbrich, okay, that's the name that I said a few days ago. That's the guy that I would look at. I would look at Jeff Ulbrich. The problem is right now, Atlanta's not going to let you. Atlanta has already said, no, you're not looking at it, which is fine. We can wait. Not a problem. But even Ulbrich, I don't think Ulbrich's going to come in, and have one draft with no day 2 picks, basically, and come in here and fix the defense. I don't think it's going to happen. Now, this is what Simus was trying to say that I'm understanding and picking up on. Cowboys fans, we have got to get this offseason right. Period. This has to be a almost perfect offseason. We're going to have to look back at this offseason and say, man, that 2026 offseason, that was the best offseason we've had in 20 years. That's the kind of offseason we need right now. We need an offseason where you get the draft right, you bring in the right defensive coordinator, and you bring in the right free agents. But we're $30 million under the cap. It doesn't matter. Learn football. We can restructure contracts. We got a whole list. I'm not going to get into it. There's a whole laundry list of free agents that are leaving this team that I'm saying bye-bye to. Pack your bags, don't come back. Sorry, not sorry. Get out of here. I'm looking at guys like Kenneth Murray. And I'm looking at guys like, Luke Wilson? Is that kid's name? I'm even looking at Kevontae Turpin. He's got to go. It's time. It's over. The Dak Prescott farewell tour is happening right now. There's a whole list of guys that are actually free agents, not Dak, but a list of guys that are free agents that have got to get out of here. You got to go. You got to leave. And then when they leave, when we bring new people in, we can't keep bringing in other teams' sloppy seconds thinking they're going to come in and fix our team. That's not how it works. It hasn't worked in the past. It's not going to work now. We need actual talent, young talent, and talent that's not just going to come in here and be talent. That's a big problem with this organization, and it has been for 30 years. Talent comes in, and all they want to do is be talent. I'm looking at you, T.O. I'm looking at. Let me think about this for a little bit, because there's plenty of outside. Yeah, I don't want any jobbers. I don't want anybody to come in here just to be talent. All right, I'll go with drafted players. Trayvon Diggs came in here to be talent. Micah Parsons came in here to be talent. They didn't come here to be teammates. They came here to be talent. And you're not going to win championships if you don't have a team. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you don't have a team, you're not going to win. You don't believe me? Do you guys remember when the Oakland Raiders hit free agency and they lost their corner named Nnamdi Asomugha, who was supposed to be incredible? The Green Bay Packers lost a defensive tackle by the name of Cullen Jenkins, who was one of the top 5 DTs in the league. Remember when they lost those two guys? And the Philadelphia Eagles said, we'll take them. And so they both went to Philadelphia. Philadelphia brings in all this talent, and then they lose. They can't win football games with talent, because you cannot win with talent. You have to win with a team. And this does not just mean NFL. This is every single league. This is Dodgers. This is Thunder. This is whoever's winning hockey. I don't even watch hockey. I don't know who's winning that. College football is a bit different because it's a school, but you still got to be a team in college too. But what I'm trying to say is, don't bring in talent that's just going to be talent, because you're going to fail. Now, Pickens, listen, all I know about Pickens is he hasn't lost his mind yet. He's been incredible. He seems like he's getting along with CD and Dak. He seems like he's being a teammate. That's all I can ask for right now. Now, if he starts to be a head case If he starts, turning into Antonio Brown, waving to the crowd, saying deuces and going into the tunnel, then all right, I'm out. But right now, he's okay. But I do not want talent for talent's sake. I want a team. So when you draft, you can go best player available, but I want somebody that's going to come in here. Listen, tell me right now, any Cowboys fan, you know what? You don't even have to be a Cowboys fan. You could be a Bengals fan, because I'm sure Dashy probably knows. Actually, you could be a Jaguars fan. I don't know, some random team. Tell me right now, today, who is the Dallas Cowboys leader on defense? I mean, really, who is in that locker room being the leader right now? What one guy? No, I don't. Thank you. Tell me, what one person is in that locker room being a leader? When you hit the draft, we don't have one. Exactly. That's my point. We have not had one in a long time. Does anybody in here think Micah Parsons was the leader of this defense? Anybody? Does anybody think that when we're getting beat and like really getting beat, we're getting our butts handed to us, especially defensively? Because, guys, last year was the same thing. Last year, our defense stunk. Was Micah Parsons ever standing up in front of the defense, giving an actual speech to the teammates, leading the teammates back onto the field, saying, "Dude, we gotta fix this right now. We're representing the Dallas Cowboys. We all got stars on our helmets. Tomorrow, we can any of us can wake up tomorrow, and that star will be off of our locker if we don't fix this right now." There's not a Micah Parsons didn't do it. Trayvon Diggs didn't do it. I liked DeMarcus Lawrence. I don't think he did it. Nobody did it. When is the last time we had a defensive leader? And this problem is not one that you're going to be able to fix this year. You're not going to have a defensive leader next year, period. The only possibility would be Quinnen Williams, because his play backs him up. There is nobody else that will be qualified to be the leader for the Dallas Cowboys defensively next year, because you're not going to bring in a rookie. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's Caleb Downs. He's not going to come in here as a rookie and take over the locker room and be a leader. It's not going to happen. You're not going to bring in some outsider. You're not going to bring in Max Crosby, and he's not going to come in and be the leader for this defense. It's not going to happen. Number one, you're not getting Max Crosby anyway. Number two, even if you did, he's not going to come in here and take this locker room over. Nobody is. It's not going to happen. So that problem is going to stay. And that leads me to my next question. Who wears the green dot next year? You're going to have to pick defensive captains. Jordan Lewis is not here. You can't pick Diggs or Micah. They're not here. You're going to pick Quinnen Williams, I'm sure. Who else? Oh, wait. Deron Bland? Parsons quit on the team. He says he grew up loving. Talked all about his family being like, yeah, exactly. And that's what Diggs did too. That these leaders really show their true colors. Once they leave the team, these leaders really show their leadership qualities. Ain't nobody in Green Bay listening to either one of them. I promise you, when they're in the locker room, they ain't nobody saying, "Hey, Micah, what do we need to do today? Hey, man, tell me how to cover this better. Tell me how to hit this guy." Ain't nobody doing that with Micah or Trey. Hey, Trayvon Diggs, I saw that you just got burnt for 20 yards, but can you tell me how to cover a defensive back player, a wide receiver, please? Ain't nobody doing that. I do, Doomsday. I'm at 3%, but I got you. My battery's about to die, but I will send you the link real quick. I can't be on very long, but I will shoot it to you. There you go. Okay. You got it. Doomsday's got the link. I'm only going to be alive for about 10, 15 more minutes. But I had to get some of this off my chest. Who said Kenny Clark? Yeah, Dallas Cowboys said Kenny Clark. Kenny Clark is another very good answer. That's the only other answer I will accept is Kenny Clark because Kenny Clark is the old guy, and I think Green Bay listened to Kenny Clark. I think he was the leader in that locker room. I really do. So if it's anybody, it's Kenny Clark or Quentin Williams. That's it. Nobody. And matter of fact, I think that they have right now more pull than the defensive coordinator will. I really do. No matter who they bring in, I think Kenny Clark and Quentin Williams may have more pull than the DC. That's a problem. Just keep that in mind when you watch the Cowboys play football this year. What up, Doomsday?
All right, how y'all doing? You hear me okay?
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, great, man. Hey, first of all, thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
Sure.
Yeah. Hey, no, I wanted to say, and I appreciate you letting me come on and use your platform real quick. It ain't none of these coaches that anybody's talking about right now is a guy I want here. We these names, whoever, this Brian Flores love affair to this fan base. It seems like every year, brother, they latch on to one guy, whether it's a player or a coach. They latch on to a name, the whole fan base, and that's the only guy they want. And for some unknown reason, because Brian Flores beat us this year, all of a sudden, like he's the guy. I don't understand that logic. We're not going to do any research at all. We're not going to look at any of these coaches. I mean, I got some names.
Yeah.
Heatherman from the University of Miami. They're DC. He's got that defense playing out of their minds right now.
There you go.
Let's talk about Coach Signetti in Indiana. Look what he's doing with the defense full of 2 or 3 star players that nobody wanted. Like coaching matters is my point. Like we talk about DC and this and that. I'm more concerned right now, dude. I mean, yes, it's important. We need to make the right hire, but inserting a good DC into this team, we don't have any kind of leadership in the locker room. Dak's not a leader. Nobody in this team listens to him. I'm sorry, they don't. Like, when your quarterback is calling your starting quarterback a bitch in training camp, do you think anybody ever called Tom Brady a bitch? Tom Brady threw that ball right your nuts, dude. Tom Brady was a gangster. People don't understand that about Tom. That was his team. You didn't go up to Tom Brady and call him a bitch or you wanted to be on the Patriots. You didn't walk up to Peyton Manning and call him a bitch in front of cameras and stay on the Colts or stay on the Broncos. Like, it just didn't happen. You didn't call Drew Brees a bitch in New Orleans and stay in the New Orleans Saints. Like, but Dak, you can do whatever you want. Dak's not a leader. We need a leader. You can insert whatever DC you want on this team, but until we get a quarterback and a fucking real head coach, and I'm saying it right now, Schottenheimer's a weak bitch. Dude, he's not the guy. He's not going to take this team nowhere. I learned that during that Carolina game this year when he threw in 3 straight screens because he was too scared to run the damn football.
What was that about?
I was pissed. That told me everything I need to know about Schottenheimer. He's scared. He coaches not to lose. He doesn't coach to win. He's not aggressive enough. I mean, that when he gets to the 50-yard line, he wants to get conservative because he knows we got a kicker that can kick 60-plus yard field goals. Like, I don't understand the logic. Like, you want to win or you want to fucking just not lose? But that just goes to show you, dude, we got a lot more needs than the defensive coordinator. And like you said, we ain't got no leaders on defense. Quentin Williams is a leader. He's a leader. He's the best player on your D. I don't know what kind of leader he was in New York. I don't follow the New York Jets. I don't know what he was like in the locker room, if anybody listened to him. Just because he's a great player don't mean he's a leader. We ain't got a middle linebacker right now that can wear the green dot. And what defense are we running this year? Are we running a 3-4 or a 4-3? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of questions here. Like the hire is just one part of this. And like you said,
Exactly.
The Cowboys are not gonna fix this defense in one offseason. There's no way. We don't have enough draft capital, and we don't have enough fucking players to trade unless you want to start trading Pickens. You want to trade Quinn, you want to trade Kenny Clark. If you want to get more draft picks, you want to get premier players in here, you're going to have something to bargain with. Like, you can use 2 first-round picks on one player if you want to go that route in free agency or whatever. Okay, cool. But then what? Like, we don't have any pick till day 3. So, like, unless they're going to trade one of the picks back, get more picks. But you see this team's track record in the second and third round. It's not great. Like, yes, we've had some good players come through here, i.e., Marcus Lawrence. We've had some good second rounders here. But most of the time we're either drafting a hurt guy or a guy that just doesn't work out. He just never lives up to his potential. I don't trust this team to draft well. Do you?
Well, based off a track record, let's see. High top 10 defensive draft picks for the Cowboys in the past 20 years. I'm going to go with guys like Mozzie Smith, Bobby Carpenter,
Taco Charlton.
How about Morris Claiborne?
Yeah,
another one.
Taco Charlton.
Taco.
Yeah,
Taco's another one.
Well, that's Trayvon Diggs. But one good season in Dallas. The other 5 seasons he was either fucking hurt or hurt.
Yeah, can't see the field. So to answer your question, no, I don't. And even if we did, you could bring in all the talent you want. If they have no direction, it's just wasted talent, which is exactly what this organization does anyway, is waste talent. Really, on the defensive side of the ball, we're doing something that I don't think I've ever seen in my lifetime. We are literally starting from scratch. Mm-hmm. Like, you're literally just, you have no talent, you have no coaching, you have no direction, you have no assets other than the first round picks. So really, you got nothing. You're not going to go from nothing to something, and even if your something ain't going to be nothing by the end of the year. I mean, because let's say, even if you get 2 first-round picks, all right, and they go out there and they ball out, who's to say they're going to play 17 games their rookie year? You know what I mean? It's just, there's so many things that could go wrong, and we're the Cowboys, so they're going to go wrong.
Let me clue in all listeners here, and whoever happens to hear this later on, about these first-round picks. About 80% of your first-round picks, and that's a rough number. It's not exact. I'm sure some nerd will look up the stat and tell me I'm wrong. Okay, I ain't got time to Google it right now. I'm guessing around 80% of your first-round picks don't ever pan out. Like, just because you're picking a dude at 12 does not mean he's going to be a fucking great football player. A lot of times these dudes, and I'm telling you now, like, this even goes deeper. Like, if you want to look at college, like, this transfer portal crap and this NIL stuff is ruining the game. Like, these dudes are lazy. They don't want to be coached. Because if they're in school, they're in college, and they don't like their coach, they can just hit the transfer portal and go find a coach that won't let them do whatever they want. You know what I mean? Especially if they're talented, if they're a 4 or 5 star player, they can just bounce from team to team. So these guys don't have any loyalty to a team. For one, they're not interested in building a winning culture. They want to slide into a winning culture and just be a superstar and get paid. They don't want to do the work to build a team. That's part of the problem too. But that's beside this point. I don't trust this team to draft. I don't trust this team in free agency. Like, all this talk about DC is great, but no one's talking about, in this Cowboys fan base, no one of these content creators, nobody's telling the truth, man. They won't tell you the full story. Like, Dak, we got Dak. As long as we got Dak, what has fucking Dak done in 10 years here? It's that simple. Like, I know you like the guy on a personal level. I don't never understood getting personally involved with players or being like best buddies with them. They're an asset. They're a highly paid asset to help this team win. Not that I don't care about their well-being or their health or them as a human being. Of course I do. Of course I don't want to see anything bad happen to them. But guess what, man? These guys are making 10, 15, 20, $30 million a year. They're pretty well paid. Like, if they go out there and get fucked up on the field, that's the risk they take. Like, I'm not going to sit here and cry myself to sleep when Dak Prescott blows his knee out again or his foot gets separated from him. Hey, time to move on and get a new quarterback. Because the name of the game is winning. And, Will used to say it all the time, man. I know you've heard it a million times, dude. The players come and go, the stars forever. And that shit rings more true now. And this is why I talk about this stuff, man. And I'm not afraid to call these content creators out on their BS because they're lying to you. They're trying to paint this picture that if Brian Flores comes here, all our problems will be solved. Okay, but Brian ain't got no talent to work with. Coaches aren't miracle workers. Like, I don't care about, look what the San Francisco 49ers are doing. I don't think the 49ers are going to win this weekend.
I don't either.
I don't think so. I think this little magical run is going to come to a fucking.
I don't think it's going to be close. I think Seattle's going to mollywop them.
Seattle's going to mollywop them. They got way more talent and better coaching. They do. They do. They're going to mollywop them. I don't know if they're going to mollywop them because it's a divisional game. But didn't they sweep San Francisco this year? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think they did.
I think they did. But I don't know. Anyway, I don't really follow the freaking NFC West. But I'm just saying, man, it's not all rosy and sunshine if we hire Brian Flores. And let me tell you something about Brian Flores. He's not this guru that these guys are making him out to be. Just because he runs disguised as zero blitzes. Just because our quarterback's an idiot and can't read a zero blitz and doesn't understand on a zero blitz the best way to beat it is short intermediate passes, quick passes, screens, bubbles, jailbreak screen, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to run. You can run slants. There's ways to beat a zero blitz, even if they're disguising it. You know what I mean? And if at 10 years in the league, our MVP quarterback can't read disguises and understand what's happening, or they can't guess right, then he's no fucking quarterback. He's not going to take us anywhere. You know, I don't never remember anybody saying, you know, Tom Brady couldn't read a zero blitz. If he tried to blitz Brady, he would carve you to pieces. He wanted you to blitz him. Because then you fall right into play right into his hands. The same as Peyton Manning and other great quarterbacks. That's what it boils down to. I mean, I know you want to talk about the DC and all, and that's great. And I'm not trying to discourage anybody. Like, hey, get excited about the DC. But hiring the right coach is one thing. Getting the personnel and the talent in here to help that coach is another.
Exactly.
You know, and I just don't. I hate burst people's bubbles, and I think for the vast majority of the fan base out there, from what I'm seeing, people are like, wait a minute. You know, like we got other issues besides just. Like, this team is real far away, and I ain't buying this elite offense crap. Our offense is not elite. If you take Brandon Aubrey's points away, what are we averaging per game? 15, 20 points. That's middle of the road. Like, we weren't great. Last 5-6 weeks of the season, our offense was horrible. And part of that's coaching, part of that's execution. And if she falls on the head coach and the quarterback, I don't care. I don't want to hear about he didn't have talent around him. It's on the quarterback. It's what it's always been. It's what it's always going to be. Football has not changed. It's just that this young generation wants to change the game to fit their narrative. And they latch on to these dudes, these players they love, that ain't it. And they'll ride that player. They'll stick with that player and be loyal. And, hey, hats off to you if you want to be loyal to a player that's not going to help your team win. I don't waste my time with guys. You know, and I knew Dak wasn't good 5 years ago. And I take a lot of shit from a lot of these fans out here. I was yelled at by these content creators, blocked, timed out, mocked, talk shit about. I've had dudes come up with me on Twitter hating my guts because I said something about Dak. And I took it all. And I stood firm and I kept saying, Dak ain't it. Every year I've been saying it. I've been catching shit. Every year. I don't know football. You don't know what you're talking about. Go sit down somewhere, old man. Yeah, who's laughing now? And when Dak retires and we still don't have our 6th ring, on Doomsday, I ain't gonna tell you I told you so. I was gonna laugh at you fools because I knew Dak wouldn't hit the whole time, and I wasn't afraid to say it, you know, because I understand how things really work in the world. Like, I don't know. I get off my soapbox, brother. You know, I just don't. I just want to pop the illusion out there and break that whole fantasy bubble that the DC is gonna fix everything. We're gonna be Super Bowl contenders.
Yeah, right. That'll be the day.
I don't know what's going on with that. I mean, you know, we need a lot of stuff. We don't got no offensive tackles on this team.
Right. What up, Tev?
Hey, what's up, Tev? What's up, brother? We ain't got no offensive tackles on this team, boy. You know, or people, and I, you know, why we're not talking about that. Nobody's talking about that.
Nope.
They're just assuming that Terrence Steele's the dude, and that, you know, Guyton's going to get better. You know. There's been no evidence of that. In fact, Guyton can't stay on the damn field. He's made of glass. Like, we need tackles. We need a tight end that's reliable.
Yeah, we do.
We should have never got rid of Dalton Schultz. We should have got rid of Ferguson and kept Schultz. That's clear. You know, he was better than Schultz or better than Ferguson. You know, I like the Rich Fan Ford kid, but he ain't a dynamic player. He's more of a blocker.
Right. Yep.
You know. I like Javonte Williams. He ain't a bell cow. He wore down at the end of the year. I was praying to God he didn't get hurt. Because if he would have got hurt, we'd have been screwed. Not that it really would have mattered. But, you know, I kept saying that. Like, we need a backup. We need another running back in Dallas. Yeah. I don't think Blue's it. Like, if they love Blue, I don't think Schottenheimer wanted Blue. I think Blue was fucking Stevens' choice. And how I know that is I pay attention. I watched her in the draft. When they drafted fucking Blue, Shoddy was not excited. He was sitting there like, fuck. He didn't want him. He don't fit Shoddy's fucking scheme. Schottenheimer, I don't mean to call him Shoddy. I don't know why I always do that. Because I hate giving dudes nicknames that didn't earn them. But, you know, Schottenheimer, he doesn't fit Schottenheimer's mold as a running back. So I don't know why they drafted him. That just goes along in further evidence that we don't know how to draft, dude. Like it goes back to the Schoonmaker pick. Guys like that. Why did we draft that guy? Why did we draft that Siobhan Burrell kid? He's not ready.
That's another one on my list of people that got to go. Yeah, Schoonmaker's on that list too.
But you all can sit here and keep talking about you all, meaning all you content creators, Boss Cowboys, Boss Lombardi, Foots the King. I'll call y'all by name. Cowboys fan talk, Jay Tuck, Cowboys fans only, whatever you want to call yourself, bro. Fifth quarter Cowboys. All these guys out there that are biting this cheese and rah for fucking Brian Flores, like that's going to fix our problems, and it's not. We need a quarterback. It starts with the quarterback. It starts with having an offensive line that can block for your quarterback. How do you build a team, dude? From the inside out. So it starts with your center, your quarterback, your freaking tackles, and then you build your D-line. You have to have a dominant D tackle and good DNs and a good fucking middle linebacker and a good strong safety. And then you build everything else outward, like your DNs, your corners, all that shit. Like all your center of your field, like your quarterback, your center, your linebacker, your nose tackle, your fucking safeties, like your strong safety. That's all very important in this game. Your center field has to be strong. You're gonna get your ass whooped because these quarterbacks are too good at attacking the middle of the field. You know what I mean? Like there's levels to this crap. Like you got a lot of guys coming on these damn channels talking about this, talking about that, talking about they acting like they call themselves NFL expert. Watch Lombardi. I don't know if anybody's seen that, but when he gets on that .com show he's on with his stupid little goofy glasses and his do-rag, thinking he's cool, too cool for school, and he's a superstar. And he's talking about I'm an NFL expert. But you won't never hear Voss say none of this stuff. But boy, when Voss latches onto a player, man, the whole entire fan base talks about that player. It's Caleb Downs this year is the guy. We are not going to get Caleb Downs. He's going to be gone in the first 5 picks. He is a fucking special player. Like he's going to be, if he stays healthy, he's going to be good. I can see it in him. But other than that, in this draft, and see, this is the other part, dude, that nobody's talking about. This draft ain't that good. I'm looking at all the players in the draft. This first round, I don't see but maybe 3 guys in the first round that I would say are first round players. The rest of these dudes are second round and lower. But they get bumped up because it's a weak draft, and so you're going to have to overdraft guys. So I'm afraid that we're going to draft some dudes, some DN, in the first round. We pick 20, and everybody's going to expect them to be damn, DeMarcus Ware right away. Just like they did with Ezra Rocky this year. Yeah. But anyway, I've been going on and on, but you get my point. Nobody's being real about this team and what the problems are. They're continuously, now it's if we get a DC, you're going to hear Super Bowl talk. And especially if they hire a guy like Flores, or they make some big name hire. Like they bring Mike Tomlin in to be the DC, just for example. This freaking fan base is going to go bananas. And like they're going to, Mike Tomlin, it's going to be, nobody's ever going to look at the offensive side of the ball. And no one's even looking at the head coach to see what I am. Because I pay attention to the detail. Like I understand how football is won and lost. And I'm not saying I'm an expert and I know everything. I don't. But damn it, I'm tired of the lies and the BS, man. And somebody's got to call it out. These content creators stealing money from people to lie to them and sell them hopes. They're like snake oil salesmen. That's what I call them.
That's what they are.
Yeah, and I call them by name because I don't really care for them being associated with my fan base. I don't like none of these dudes. I think they're swindlers. I think they're liars. And most of these cats ain't even from Texas, dude. They're not even from anywhere near Texas.
Mm-hmm.
They're from fucking Mississippi and Maryland. And like, okay, great, you're a Cowboys fan. It's a free country. You can be a Cowboys fan all you want. But don't talk to me about culture. You don't know anything about the culture in Dallas, Texas. Because I don't ever see none of y'all hanging out at Jonathan's Grill.
Mm.
Nor would they even know where that is. They wouldn't know where the Bottoms are, Bonton or Deep Ellum. They wouldn't know where Red Oak, White Oak, DeSoto. They don't know where. You don't see them leave Terrell County or Tarrant County.
Doomsday, they be in Texas live, bro.
Oh yeah, yeah, man. That's where the real fans hang out. Teflon, you didn't know? That's fucking Texas live, man. You would catch me dead in that fucking place. First of all, I'm not paying a $25 cover charge to go drink and pay for overpriced drinks that are watered down. I'm not stupid.
That's wild.
Right.
Y'all, it's crazy. There's some kind of crazy cover charge to even get in that place. And then you got to pay for watered down overpriced crap.
But
and all the fans
before, Oh, my bad, Doomsday.
No, you go ahead, bro. I've been talking. Go ahead.
Me and Doomsday talked about this early on the phone. I've said this before. We look like a team that has an 83-year-old GM.
Yeah.
It's real simple, y'all. It's not the I see some content creators get mad when you talk about Jerry in the front office. And, man, I'm tired of hearing about that. And it don't matter if you're tired of hearing about it.
You're gonna keep hearing about it from me.
Problem. It's still a problem. And let's talk about Dak for a minute. See, this is the thing I say with Dak. I figured out how we can win a Super Bowl with Dak. Figured it out. Go back and get the 2000 whatever that was Ravens defense.
Yeah.
Hold everybody to 14 points or less. We can win the Super Bowl.
That could work. That could work. That could work. We could actually we could give Dak the fucking what's his name? Who's their quarterback? God dang, I'm drawing a blank right now.
What was his name?
Yeah, white boy, bald dude with goatee. Yeah. Damn it. He played at he played Fresno State, didn't he?
Yeah, I believe he did.
Yeah,
you talking about the one that won the Super Bowl with him?
Yeah,
Trent Dilfer.
Yeah, Trent Dilfer. Thank you,
Yeah.
Trent Dilfer. Thank you. Yes, I can draw a blank. Thank you, dude. Yeah, Trent Dilfer. Yeah, Dak, Trent Dilfer
can do it. I know Dak can at least do that if our defense hold everybody to.
Oh, he'll find a way to fuck it up.
Points or less.
He'll find a way to fuck it up. Dak can find a way to lose. Dak pulls victory out of the jaws of defeat, or defeat out of the jaws of victory every fucking time. Like because he. We talk about this all the time. You can tell when Dak's going to nut up in a game before the game. Yep. He's over on the sidelines with the flop sweats, look like he just took a damn 8-ball to the dome. Like he's over there just like eyes bugging out of his skull. I'm like, fuck, we're about to lose this game. Go watch, y'all. If y'all didn't know this, if anybody listening to this right now in the comments or anything, before a game, pay attention to Dak Prescott. If he's over there sweating, looks like he just smoked 3 crack rocks. You know what I mean? And he's bug-eyed. He looks nervous. We're gonna lose.
But you know
every
what?
time. Yeah.
I told Doomsday this, Duke, and you can chime in on this if you want to. I feel like this is the most important offseason for the Dallas Cowboys in the last 15 to 20 years, bro.
That's exactly what I said earlier. 100%.
Yeah.
They have to hit on everything. Every move they make is got to be, a winning move.
They have to be perfect.
Yes, and I don't have confidence in this front office. They can do it. They can pull it.
Not even a little bit, brother.
Right.
Not even a little bit. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, in the words of my boy, Doomsday boy, Duke boy, Simons, I'm keeping my expectations low till I see a difference.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can talk culture change all you want, but if we're not making the playoffs, which we have not done in the last 2 seasons, ain't no changes. Ain't no culture change. We're not making the playoffs.
Nope. I'll tell you right now. I'm gonna say right now, season's already over. I don't see us winning more than 6 games this year, 6-7 games. I think it's gonna be very similar to what you saw this year. We'll beat up on bad teams like we always do. Anybody that's over 500 is gonna beat us down, and it's becoming a tradition in Dallas.
It's like this. We like Doomsday, like we talked earlier. Man, we always got something missing. Now we got defensive tackles, but we ain't got no edge rushers and no secondary. We had edge rushers and secondary, but we ain't had no defensive tackles.
We got
always something missing.
We got toast, no butter. Peanut butter, no jelly. Like ham, no burger. You know what I mean? Like we just don't. Yeah, we can't put a complete team together. Or we got a good offense, defense, and our special teams is hot garbage.
Mm-hmm.
It's always something. We don't have a quarterback. Our coach sucks. Defensive coordinator sucks. It's always something. Or a key player gets injured. It's all. I'm telling you, man. I disagreed. One thing I did disagree with our boy Simon's on, man, was that the curse was over when we put Jimmy Johnson in the Ring of Honor. I was
hoping, boy. I was really hoping.
Me too. No, me too. I was hoping, brother. I was like, God dang, maybe Simons is right. Maybe the worms are going to turn for us, and we're gonna start having better luck and having a period of prosperity in Dallas. You know what I mean? Nope.
Right.
Same old shit.
Yeah, this is deeper than a curse. I mean, it doesn't
it's-
matter how many holes we have in this Swiss cheese of a team. That's the reason why I highlighted this comment, because this is really the problem. And I think this is going to be the problem for the next several years and I can't remember when this was not the case. I think it's been the case every year since 95 that I can think of. The Dallas Cowboys legitimately believe in the front office that we're not that far away. Every year they think we're this close. We got so close. If we had just won one more game or two more games, we would have made the playoffs, and who knows what would have happened.
Yeah.
And the problem is when you don't think you're that far away, you're not going to go drastic to get better. And so if the Cowboys are selling that we're not that far away, then the Cowboys fans start to believe it, the content creators believe it, and people talk about the Cowboys because they're Jerry Jones's Kool-Aid. That's the perfect comment, Brando, because that's exactly what they're doing. They're trying to sell piss water to the fan base. We're not that far away. But if you really just take a step back and look at this organization, not only are we light years away from a Super Bowl, we're dangerously towards being able to say that in our lifetime we may not see another championship game.
Yep.
It's been 30 years.
Well,
we haven't been that close in 30 freaking years. Don't tell me that we're close when you don't have any defensive leaders, no defensive coaches, no game plan, no strategy, no vision for the future. You got nothing right now on defense to look forward to. Don't tell me you're close.
Well, dude, it's like that.
We are officially the Jets.
Facts.
I think we're the modern day Raiders, but that Jerry's Al Davis through and through. You know what I mean? Thinks he knows what the fuck he's doing, and just picks all the players and all the coaches and makes all the decisions, and it never works out. But he's got a ready-made escape plan because he ain't gonna get fired.
But wasn't Al Davis Jerry's mentor?
Yes, that's the point. Yes, him and Al Davis were close. That's why, Will, and you were talking about, I understood why you guys were talking about Max Crosby so much because of the relationship that Jerry has with Mark Davis.
Right.
Jerry's been knowing Mark Davis since he was a baby. Like, Jerry's practically his damn uncle. You know what I mean? Like, of course they would do that deal. But
Jerry helped them get to Vegas, didn't he?
Yeah, yes, and he helped them build that stadium too. He was the one that was responsible for that deal getting done. Just like the Vikings, just like the Rams with SoFi. All those people don't understand about Jerry Jones. But like we always say, Jerry didn't get into the Hall of Fame because of his winning. Jerry got in the Hall of Fame because he bought his way in there. That's the facts. Now, I'm not saying it's not deserved. He's done some great things for the NFL, and he's done some great things with the Cowboys. He has. But let me get back to another point that I thought of, Duke, when you were talking. And me and Tef talk about this all the time. You know why we're so fucking shitty? You know why we don't win? I can tell you why we don't fucking win. Because it's stupid ass fan base. Because, Bochambardi said it. He said it this year. He exposed the truth. He said on one of those little .com shows he's on with his goofy turtleneck and his gay looking freaking Prince glasses, thinking he's all that. Like, I don't know who that dude think he is anyway. But anyway, he said it. Jerry sees, he has social media department that shows him printouts of all what the fans are saying online. And Jerry sees a lot of these live streams, or he watches snippets of them, and he looks at the comments and he gets printouts on his desk, supposedly. But that makes a lot of sense because these moron fans come on here and say all this fantastical crap and throw all these weird conspiracy theories around and come up with all these weird ideas. And Jerry hears the shit. And he's like, well, that's what I'm going to do because that's what the fans want. Because if you don't think these owners listen to the fans, they do. They 100% do. Because they want to know what the people that are lining their pockets with money are talking about. A smart businessman is going to get the pulse of the people.
Yeah.
Understand what his customer base is saying about his product.
Right.
But I'm questioning whether or not I think social media people probably screen guys like us out. Don't let that guy, don't let Jerry hear that guy talking. I'm not saying that's the case. I mean, I don't think I have that much power over Jerry Jones or anything. I mean, hell, Duke, you know him better than I do. But, I can assume Jerry, when he sees what his social media department shows him, he ain't got that kind of time to be sitting on YouTube all day.
Yeah, he's not scrolling.
No, he ain't got time. Like, that man's running, multi-billion-dollar businesses. He ain't got time to be screwing around with social media. Like, that's what he pays people to do. But even if they don't show him anything, those people are shaping What are fans saying? Social media people? Oh, they're real happy with your DC hire, and they love Dak, and they can't wait for the new season. And Jerry's sitting there wringing his hands like Mr. Burns. Excellent. Like he's just counting the money. That this fucking fan base is the ones that are screwing this team up. Because Jerry and Steven don't know what they're doing, gentlemen.
Nope.
They don't know. They have no idea how to build a championship team. The
Nope.
track record has been laid. You can see the evidence. When Jimmy left, we stopped winning. So
Now,
Jerry's
I
had control of
made
this
this
team.
argument. I made this argument with other Cowboy fans before where they push back and argue with me, and they like, man, Jerry got 3 Super Bowls. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
And I say, okay, so you're not looking at the evidence. The evidence to me is if Jerry was so responsible for those 3 championships,
Uh-huh.
and he didn't need Jimmy, or he didn't need Barry Switzer, or he didn't need none of that, why hasn't he done it again?
Exactly.
That's all the evidence you need. Without Jimmy,
Yep.
without Barry Switzer, or without influence of a Parcells, why hasn't Jerry repeated it? Why hasn't he gotten one in 31 years? Why? If he's the man, he's the brainchild, he's the brains of the operation, and he knows football, and he's a football guy, and all of this here.
Mm-hmm.
He came in, he bought the team, he hired Jimmy, he won 2 Super Bowls. Whatever happened between him and Jimmy, they fell apart. Jimmy left, and then he got Barry Switzer. We lost an NFC championship game in '94. Barry Switzer, like I was telling Doomsday earlier, I give him credit because he got their minds back right, and they were able to win in '95 after they got Dean. Okay, cool. After that, why hasn't Jerry? Because I'm seeing Robert Kraft do it up in New England right now.
Mm-hmm.
I seen him lose Belichick, let Belichick go. I seen him lose Tom Brady, and now they're in contention again.
It wouldn't surprise me, Tev, if you see the Eagles bounce back because they're a well-run team. They got a good GM and a good fucking owner.
Because Jeffrey Lurie and Howie Roseman gives a damn about what the fans think,
and they know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing.
They understand. Hey, in this league, today's league, you don't have dynasties like that. I mean, you call Kansas City a dynasty, I guess, if you want. Yeah, maybe. I think they are, but you know what I mean? But you don't see that often because these teams are built, through free agency, man. You hire all these hired guns, you bring them in. Look what Philly's doing.
Right. I had a fan tell me, y'all always crying about Jerry Jones. I've had Cowboy fans. I mean, why y'all always crying about Jerry Jones? And I tell them like this: if this is crying, then I'm gonna cry till my shirt is down and wet. Okay, I'm gonna keep crying because I know the problem. I know the problem, man. You might not want to face it as a fan. Some fans, they don't want to look at it like that because Jerry is engaging. Okay. He's engaging, and fans, arch rival fans, they love Jerry because of the 31 years. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And Jerry is engaging to some people. To some people, Jerry is charismatic. He's engaging. He's just good old fella. Okay, cool, whatever. If you want to think that, but see, to me, you have to look at who's been here longer than Dak, who's been here longer than Romo,
Jerry.
Who's been calling these shots? Jerry said he's Venezuela. He told all of y'all, I'm Venezuela.
Yep.
The buck stop was me.
Yeah.
I call the shots. I'll make the last decisions. So if you're going to brag on that, then I'm going to blame you for the failures as well.
There's
not
three,
there's
three. Yeah. There's 3 people in this organization, Tiff, and Derek, that have been here longer than anybody else. Will McClay, Stephen Jones, Jerry Jones. And if you want to count Charlotte Jones and Charlotte, the daughter and his wife and all that, sure.
Right.
And I'm sure there's probably some scouts or whatever that have been in this team for a long time. And that's a whole nother issue too, the scouting part of it, but I'll get to that in a minute. But my point is those 3 are the common denominator. I think it's time. I'll get to the scouts. A lot of people don't know this, but see, I did research. I went and did some fucking research and deep dive into this. Do you guys realize a lot of the scouts that are in the scouting department are Nepo babies? They're either sons of players that played at Dallas or they're sons of scouts. Yep. None of them have any qualifications other than they're Nepo babies. And their dad was a scout or their dad was a coach.
Hell, Stephen Jones ain't qualified to be in the position he in.
Yeah.
When has he ever been known as a football guy? You show me the other football team, the other NFL team that will hire Stephen Jones to do what he doing here. Show me the other NFL team that will hire Jerry Jones as a general manager. I shut the fuck up.
There ain't one. There ain't
It's
none. There
not
ain't a college.
one.
I don't think it's a college team that would hire him.
Exactly.
To run their personnel department or run their to be the CFO or whatever his official title.
And when Houston came and tried to get Will McClay, I wish he would have left.
Me too.
I wish he would have went to Houston.
Yeah, I was real disappointed when they extended him.
But I know they happy because look at Houston right now. They owner, I don't even really know who the fuck he is. I don't hear him talking.
I have no clue who the Texas owner is, nor do I care. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
when they hired D'Amico Ryans, nobody was talking about D'Amico Ryans, and now look at it. You see what I'm saying? I'm just I wish I wish the Cowboys was the type of team that could fly under the radar and just handle business and not do the talking. I don't want you to be the first story on First Take. I'm tired of all of that shit. I wish we were just another football team that could fly under the radar and then boom, hit everybody in the face with a good season. But we can't do that. We can't do that. We talked about all the time, constantly, for the wrong things, not the good things, not the right things, for the wrong things. Then I'm hearing 105.3 The Fan talking about they not sure they want Pickens back and all this type of dumb shit.
If you listen to anything any of them morons say, specifically that idiot Bobby Belt, who's like the biggest Dak fanboy apologist in the damn media, but his takes are awful. Awful. But yeah, I'm with you, bro. You wish this team was as popular as they are. I wish that I wish all that. When you watch, when Dak Prescott is no longer a Dallas Cowboy, a lot of people are going to jump shit. And I'm good riddance. Go with your boy Dak, follow him whatever team he goes to. We don't want you in this fan base. But yeah, I wish that this team was like, honestly, I wish we were more like the damn Ravens or Pittsburgh, that made better coaching hires and that believed in defense and playing physical football. And I wish we weren't so damn in the media all the time. Wish we weren't like, I wish it had never become a popular team. I wish that, we were just a small market team that nobody really gave a damn about. And we're just over here, winning football. Like, that's what the focus is. The Dallas is known for winning. We're not known for, the media circus. All the stuff everybody knows, the soap opera. Like, it's just the rhythm and blue dancers and the damn stripper poles at that damn stadium in Fort Worth. That disgusting stadium that I can't stand. Every time I go there, I hate it. Like, I enjoy the game and all that, but, I hate it. I hate the environment. I hate the fans. I hate the corporate idiots that, go to these games because the company bought them tickets. Because these companies buy up all these season tickets and just give them to their employees as incentive and stuff. You can tell. None of these people are really Cowboys fans. Like, you're lucky if you sit next to a real Cowboys fan in the stadium. Right. Like, if you want to hang out and stay in a room only, that's about like you said it before, Teff, and I wholeheartedly agree. The spirit of Texas Stadium is alive in the standing room only area.
Yeah.
But that's the only place. And even nowadays, last time I was in SRO was a couple years ago, and it wasn't as late as I remember. It might have been where I was at, but it didn't seem like it was getting real late, like it used to be, But I think it's also a function of this freaking team. It's all about the show and the entertainment. It's just a big old circus, It ain't football. It ain't winning. It ain't, it ain't about that anymore. It's sad, man. It sucks. Like it ain't what I remember. It just, that Texas Stadium that we grew up going to, you don't ever see anything like that again.
But I'm gonna ask Duke. And you too, Doomsday. You can chime in.
Yeah.
Do y'all what is your percentage of confidence that the Cowboys are going to turn this defense around this offseason?
This offseason?
Yeah. What number would you give?
6.9% out of 100.
Yeah, I say 8%. Like, I don't know, less than 10. You
Yeah,
know, I
definitely
think.
less than 10.
Well, I think they will be a little better. You know, in some areas, like you'll see some improvement. You know, in some areas, like 'cause they're going to emphasize certain things, they're going to be paying attention to certain things. You know, but to be a defense that's going to make us a contender, hell no. We're 2, 3, 4 years away from that. Like hell, by the time Quentin Williams and Kenny Clark are ready to leave here, is when this defense will probably start getting good again. If we draft right, that's assuming we make all the right personnel moves and we hire the right coach. This is what our third DC in 3 years. You know, we're going to start becoming like the damn Browns, where we're hiring a new damn DC or a new OC or a new coach every year. There's no continuity. There's no, you know.
So Schottenheimer hasn't given y'all any type of indication that he knows how to pick a DC or a coaching staff, put a coaching staff together.
How would he know how to pick a DC? How would he know? Well, because he coached on some staffs. Like he's never been a head coach before. He's never had to hire a DC before or any coordinator before that I'm aware of. So how the hell would he know? You know, this dude, he's an old head coach too, man. People see he looks kind of young and he's new here, so they assume he's young. That dude been in the league for 30 plus years.
Right.
Like he's not a young coach. He's old. Like he's been around for a while. I mean, he started coaching when the Cowboys won the Super Bowl. Like let's look at it like that.
So, dude, what is your confidence level in Schottenheimer?
My confidence level in Schottenheimer is a bit different than my confidence level in like the team as a whole. I'm not out on Schottenheimer yet completely, but it depends on what the metric is. If you're saying, do you think Schottenheimer is gonna come in here and make this team have a winning season and compete for the East and maybe get a wild card spot? Not yet. No, I'm not there. I think that right now, I think I have a better chance of going to a 7-Eleven and buying a Powerball ticket and winning than I do seeing this team go to an NFC Championship game next year.
I got a better chance of going on a date with Anna de Armas than Cowboys fucking winning shit. All right, fucking Sean Johansson's gonna call me tomorrow. I want to go on a date. All right.
This is where that low expectations comes in because when I start watching, I don't care what happens. I don't care who you hire, who you draft, who you get. When September comes around and I turn on Dallas Cowboys football, it's week 1. We're playing the Giants again or some crap. I'm not going to go into the season going, all right, man, this is our year. We them boys. Here we go. No, I'm going into the season going, all right, how are we going to screw this up? What's going to happen now? Is Dak going to get hurt week 1? What's going to happen? It's always something.
Yeah,
Right.
it's always something.
It's like a snake bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like a snake bit, man. And I agree with both of y'all, man. I'm just going next year, man. I'm just watching, bro. I don't have no expectations. I don't know what to expect. I don't even know what to expect going into this offseason. You know, I don't know what they're going to do in free agency. I'm hearing people talking about, yeah, they're going to spend money. Man, where's the evidence of that? Like,
Exactly.
I don't know where they're getting that from. All this free agency, we're going to make a bunch of moves in free agency.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If the front office doesn't think we're that far away, which they apparently don't, why would they spend money?
Exactly.
True.
Well, that's just a ready-made excuse for them, dude. They put that shit out so when they don't spend, they're like, well, hey, you know, we're close. You know, it's always some easy out for them with the media and the fans.
What makes me laugh?
Hard questions.
What makes me laugh was just like last year and the year before when they started off with all in, and then Stephen Jones hit us with selectively aggressive. And after the end of both of those seasons, Jerry and Steven act like they were surprised we didn't win. And I was tripping on that. I was like, why are y'all shocked? Y'all didn't realize when you went out there and you went and traded for Kyer Elam and signed Solomon Thomas and Sanborn and Kenneth Murray and Miles Sanders. Y'all thought that was going to win? That's why I say there is not a football mind in that front office. What was Will McClay like? Nah, man, we don't need to do that. That's a waste of money. Since he's supposed to be the football guy,
Why do you like Jerry? Why are we doing this? You know, why are you signing these guys? They're clearly not good. I don't even think Will McClay watches film. As the head of scouting, you think he would watch film of these players before he decides to pull the trigger on them? Since apparently he's the de facto GM, right? So all these 90%ers say, you know, I'm just trying to figure out what Will McClay's real function in Dallas is, other than a dude to drop the blame on if shit don't go right. Okay, because Jerry and Steven, they got their little scapegoats sitting around, in the staff and stuff. They can point to this, point to that. I was real shocked that Jerry admitted this year that he was part of the problem. But that's just Jerry talking to get the fans on the side. He don't really mean that. Jerry don't. There's not a football mind in the staff anywhere. There's not anybody that'll talk any sense into anybody. Schottenheimer's a yes man. I knew that when they hired him, and that's why I say Aaron Whitecotton's going to be our DC, because they hired Schotty internally or Schottenheimer internally. So they're going to turn around. They're going to fucking promote Aaron Whitecotton.
I said this before. I said Jerry's narcissism has turned into delusion. Because when I heard Jerry say, I think it was the offseason, this past offseason, when he said there's not a GM in the NFL that can do a job better than him. And I just shook my head. I said, we doomed, bro.
I immediately thought of like 5 GMs that do the job better than him as soon as you said that. I thought like 5 names on top of my head. Like, yeah,
I have no problem with Jerry the owner. I have no problem with Jerry the owner. I have a problem with Jerry the GM.
Yeah.
The narcissistic, can't nobody tell me nothing. And he basically told everybody when he made the Venezuela quote that, ain't nothing going to change. The buck stop with me. I like the way I'm doing things, and I'm going to keep doing them the same way. And everybody's like, oh, so excited because he fired Eberflus early. I'm like, hell, we all could have seen that. That wasn't a genius move. That was just, the fans unhappy. Yeah, they don't like him. Everybody on his ass. Everybody on Eberflus. Then Jerry came out and said when Eberflus wasn't playing, what's the linebacker's name? That we got, not Sanborn, but the one we got from Cincinnati.
Wilson? Is it Luke Wilson?
Yeah, Wilson.
Oh, Wilson. Yeah.
When Eberflus wasn't playing Wilson, that kind of pissed Jerry off a little bit, and I knew that was the last draw for Eberflus.
Yeah,
that right there.
Fired.
Yeah, and Jerry Jerry has not changed. The man is 83 years old. He is not. How many 83-year-olds y'all know that suddenly figures it out, gets it, and changes? They're stuck in their ways, man.
Because there's no incentive for him to change, Tam. You know what I mean? That dude's going to make money hand over fist whether the Cowboys win or not. Because he set it up like that.
He's going to get paid. Because the money comes from the TV deals. The big money comes from the TV deals. So people say, man, stop going to the games and stop buying merch, and that ain't gonna hurt Jerry, man.
No,
he got these TV deals, man.
Yeah. Well, Jerry makes money in a lot of other sources besides Cowboys. People got to mistake him. Jerry's a real estate mogul. Jerry's in the oil and gas business. I mean, that dude, he could sell the Cowboys tomorrow and still make a shit ton of money. So he don't care. He's got no incentive to care. If this was like if he had done, like when he was hungry and he bought the Cowboys in '88, he was hungry and he was also broke. So he had to succeed. But that hungry mentality, you coming in there like, man, this has got to work.
Right.
I dumped everything into this. That's what we need, a young, hungry owner, young, hungry GM that's fucking eager to show prove himself and wants to go out and make smart moves and bring in the right players, not just a player with a name.
And
I don't want Max Crosby here. What the hell are we going to bring Max Crosby here for?
That's the part that drives me crazy about Jerry Jones. I look at Robert Kraft. Robert Kraft got outside businesses. Robert Kraft, he got money. He got money.
Oh, yeah. Well, his family owns Kraft. His family owns Kraft Foods.
And Jeffrey Lurie. Jeffrey Lurie, the same thing. He got outside business interests. He got money. But for some reason, Robert Kraft wants to continue to win. For some reason, Jeffrey Lurie, they put winning first. For some reason, Jerry he took the other route. After he got his 3 championships, it's like he just didn't give a shit whether we win or whatever no more. And I get the part about we're gonna make money anyway. Okay, whether we win or lose, I get that part. But I'm like, what drives these other owners? What drives them? Even the owner of the LA Rams, what drives them to continue to want to win? That's not driving Jerry. And I heard these media people, they love sucking up to Jerry. Well, Jerry wants to win. Fans are wrong. Jerry does want to win. Man, his actions don't follow
He
what
don't
y'all
want it.
saying.
Jerry went. You said it before, Tef. I know you talked about this in one of his lives before. We've talked about this on the phone. You know, Jerry, winning to Jerry is making the most money of every owner. Winning to Jerry is getting $1 billion deal done and making a bunch of money out of it. You know, that's winning for Jerry. Jerry wins the financial battle every year against all the other owners. But when he doesn't win, it's like a winning football game. The other GMs are whooping his ass in this league. Even the Cleveland Browns. You know, every team. Like, that's where we're at. Is that, you know, and Jerry, here's what I think, Tef. To maybe answer your question. This is my theory on what you're asking. And why I think that is. Why Jerry doesn't seem to give a shit. Is other franchises, like even if they're winning, sure, they're making good money. If they're in the playoffs, they get all the TV revenue because they're still playing. Of course, being a Super Bowl, you know, means you're going to make a shit ton of money. But if they're not winning, they're not making the same kind of money that Jerry's making when he's losing. Because Jerry set it up like that.
Okay.
Jerry built this empire. He's making money even when the Cowboys are losing. The Rams may not make as much money when they lose, and they, you know, it might financially put them in some serious fucking shit. Even if that owner's already filthy rich, you know, if this fucking business fails, he's going to take a massive hit because the valuation of the team's going to go down. He's going to end up selling it for less than what he paid. You know what I mean? For less than what it's actually worth. Because nobody's going to buy a winning franchise for top fucking dollar or a losing franchise for top dollar. I wouldn't. This is the business aspect of it. Like, Jerry set it up that he wins even if the Cowboys fucking lose. And so that's why he doesn't give a shit, because he doesn't have to. Because he's not hungry. He's not like, fucking, if we don't win, we're going to, you know, barely scrape by, you know. Yeah, we'll make money, but we're not making the kind of money we could be making. So that's, I think, their incentive. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just pride. Maybe it's lack of ego. Maybe Jerry's just got too much of both, and it gets in the way. Because we all know he's a egomaniac, or otherwise he wouldn't be doing interviews after every game. What other owner does that? No other owner in the NFL does that.
Right.
Has a fucking an interview with damn media outside the locker room after every game.
That's why I was hoping like hell Thomas was right about the Comstock thing.
Mm-hmm.
I really was, man.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a done deal yet or not. Like, I don't know if it's not going to happen or is going to happen. I haven't heard anything else about that, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Me too, man. But even then, Jeff, I don't know that that's going to dissuade him from fucking still keeping his claws in the Cowboys. You know, Jerry, if that deal goes through, his ego's going to be even bigger. You know?
Yeah.
Because he's winning in every other aspect of his life.
Yeah.
You know? And so it's one thing he's not doing as good at, but he's still making money out of it. So in Jerry's mind, he's winning. And that's my shitty theory. You know what I mean? I'm probably wrong, but in my mind, that's one thing that makes sense to me. Is that Jerry wins even when Cowboys lose, and he don't give a shit if they win or lose because he's still going to get paid.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, that's one thing that makes sense. So I don't know. Don't know.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be a tough next few years, man.
Yeah, well, like
100, man. I'm gonna try to keep my head up, dog. You know, as a Cowboy fan, man, I love this team. You know what I'm saying? But Jerry makes it hard, man. This front office, this coaching staff, these players, they all make it difficult to, you know, walk around with pride. But you got some delusional fans who like, I don't care about, you know, I'm a Cowboy fan. Okay, cool, man. That's how you fan. I fan differently. I like winning, you know? I'm never gonna go to another team. Hell no, that ain't in my DNA. You know, I've been a Cowboy fan since 1979. Uh, I was raised in it. My grandfather was a Cowboy fan. My dad's a Cowboy fan. You know, they brought me up in it, and I'm not going nowhere. I was a fan before Jerry Jones even bought the team, way before. You know, I've seen the glory days. I've seen it all,
Yeah.
and it's like at this point, I'm just riding it out. You know what I'm saying? Just riding it out, bro.
What choice do we got, brother? You know, we can't control anything Jared does. I mean, that's what's the shitty part about it, man. Is you know, that dude fucking Boss Cowboys wants to say on his channel all the time. You know, your voice matters. Like it does. At the end of the day, like if our voice really mattered, this shit would have been fixed a long time ago. You know, because we've been talking about this kind of stuff for years, man. This ain't new. This
Right.
kind of talk, this way everything we've said tonight is shit that's been said for the past 30 fucking years. You
Yeah.
know, it's to some degree or another. Even in the years like even in like 2008, even in 2014, even in 2016. You know, when we didn't, complete the mission. You know, we didn't finish the job, and I was like, fuck, that shit just demoralized me, man. Like I was just like, fuck, man, we can't. You know, and it's like I look at the team now, and I look at this roster. I don't know how any of these dudes can look at this roster
Yeah.
and say with a straight face, yeah, man, we're contenders.
Yeah.
But you wait until after this draft. You wait until free agency over. We sign everybody. These dudes are jumping up and down, hooting and hollering, talking about, man, we signed this guy, we drafted this guy, and we got this guy, and this is our coach, and they're gonna be rah rah rah, sis boom bah, freaking doing cheetah flips on camera, twerking, you know, just being stupid, trying to convince all their followers and all their subscribers, you know, that this is it, man. We got this team, we got this coach, man. This is it, you know, and they're gonna do all they can to convince all these people that, you know, selling wolf tickets just to get a dollar. Because you watch these dudes when they're on live stream, and one of the guys on their little panel or whatever gets a cash app, they go ballistic, start yelling at their followers, man, why don't you pay me? Give me some money. It's all these fucking dudes care about is money.
I'm gonna ask y'all this, and I'm gonna bounce this off y'all. What you
Yeah.
gonna do? Does it seem like a lot more Cowboy fans are getting disinterested because I go to some other channels, and the 90% delusional fans, it's like it's a lot of those. But I'm talking about the real hardcore ones like us who see the writing on the wall. It's like people are tired of complaining about it, and they're not talking no more. They're not raising a stink about it. It's all I see is the 90%ers. We're gonna be good next year. We're going to the Super Bowl. Those people, those Cowboy fans.
Yeah.
We're the ones like us, you know, who see this for what it really is. Why I wish more of us would, you know, I wish we could get the numbers. You know what I'm saying? Like Duke Bother's channel.
Yeah.
He should have 40, 50, 60,000.
Yes.
Like your channel Doomsday. You should have 40, 50, 60,000 of like-minded Cowboy fans. But it seems like the ones that think like us, they out, man. I don't know where they at. I don't see them.
They tapping out. They're tired of it, man. Like trust me, man. I thought about it. Like, screw this. I'm not gonna talk about this team no more. I'm not gonna waste my time. But the thing is, man, my purpose, you know what? This is great that you said that because it made me realize like my whole reason for doing this, man, making videos, talking about these content creators, is that I love this team, but my love for this team ain't like you said, man. We don't fan the same, and these damn content creators, man, I can't stand them. They make me sick because I don't like the kind of people that will grift money off people and tell them lies, man. They're talking to delusional, dumb people who all they know how to do is shake pom poms and be cheerleaders for the team. They're fighting no matter what the team does, and they think that's how you're supposed to fan. You're supposed to be just a blind follower. And I'm sitting there trying to tell you, no, you can be honest. You can speak the truth. What does being honest hurt? How hard is it? We said this before, Ted. Like, how fucking hard is it To be honest, man, to say Dak Prescott ain't the guy. Is that mean that you hate his guts and that you can wish something bad would happen to him? That you hate his family, you hate his existence on earth, and you think he's a horrible person? No. What's that got to do? It's apples and oranges, man. Their personal lives, I don't give a shit. I don't care. I don't care. What I mean by that is I don't care about being friends with them. They're not my friends. They're dudes that play on the football team I support. If you can't help me win, I ain't got time for you. But that's in life, brother. I don't hang out with people who are losers, man. And I'm not saying it because I'm all that, or that I'm some kind of special individual, I'm above everybody. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I choose to have people around me that are achievers and doers and hard workers because that shit rubs off on me in life. And my purpose for getting after these damn content creators is I don't like fucking liars. And y'all are lying. You're lying to people. And whether or not they're dumb enough to smart enough to realize it don't matter. That's even worse if you know someone's bullshit and you're still giving money. You're just stupid. Or you're just ignorant. I don't know. But I don't care for the bullshit and the lies they feed fans and the positivity and all the fake, BS. I don't like it. I don't like grifters. I don't like people who steal shit. And to me, that's stealing money. So I call them out. Because I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of the bad takes. I'm sick and tired of the stupid, Boss Cowboys' stupid, wild theories about this team and all the drama and all the conspiracy theories and all this nonsense. And those dudes got the gall to sit there and go after people in his fucking comment sections when they tell the truth about the Dallas Cowboys. He's got the fucking gall, to go after fans who tell the truth. Like, who are you? To do that to people. And what he says to people on there, I mean, these dudes get out of pocket with people all the time. And I don't like it. And if people are too dumb or too weak to say something and stand up for themselves, I won't stand up for them. Because I hate bullies. The Boss Cowboy's a bully. And I'll tell you something else, Tef, and I can't 100% prove this, but I'm going to put it out there anyway. Boss and all them dudes that Amp and Henny, all them dudes are on his little fucking stupid live streams. Or, like they'll watch parties for the game, all this stupid crap, all those little videos. Them dudes are racist, man. They're 100% racist. I'll tell you why they're racist, and that's my theory. Because every damn person they want on this team needs to be black. And it ain't that I don't want to see black people on the Dallas Cowboys. That's the stupidest thing ever if you believe that. But what I'm saying is they want black coaches. They want black players. They want black everything. And how I know that is, that's what they talk about. Every coach that they're talking about right now to be the DC is a black dude. Every player that they want to draft, a black dude. Like, that's not realistic. Why are you acting like that? Why are you? And I hear them say shit about white people under comments in their streams before. They'll smack comments about, oh man, white players are this and white people do that, and all these little smart ass comments. And it pisses me off. Because if I sat up on my damn live stream with you, Tef, or if me and Duke sat here and you weren't on and we started disparaging black people, I'm pretty damn sure someone would have a problem with it. So why is it okay for you to do that, asshole?
Well, it's like this, but it's not okay. See, all black people ain't alike, just like all white people ain't alike. You know what I mean? So I'm the type of fan that I don't give a damn what color the coach is or what ethnicity he is. If he can win, that's all I care about. One of my most favorite coaches is Jimmy Johnson. Last time I checked, he was white as fuck. And
he's a white boy from down south.
Tom Landry was one of my favorite coaches. He was white as fuck. I don't get down with that. I don't believe in a coach being good because he's a certain ethnicity. I don't get down with that theory. I don't pump up. You ain't heard me not once pump up. I want Brian Flores. Because he's black. I don't give a damn about none of that. I want the best qualified defensive coordinator. I don't give a damn what his ethnicity is. And that don't make me a sellout. That just makes me logical. See, this is sports. You want the best people in place. No matter what their color is. You know what I'm saying?
Can you help me win? Can
you help me win? That's all I care about. Yes. You don't think I wouldn't mind if Scatterboo was my running back?
I wouldn't give a damn if Christian McCaffrey was our running back.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care about that type of stuff. That's why I don't really go over there and fuck with them
Yeah.
on them channels because it's a lot of stuff they say that I don't agree with, man. On a lot of different channels, bro. That I just choose to. I might tune in to hear the stupidity and then I leave. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I
I
just
don't
want to
let
hear
them
it. It's
get
like
to
it gives me fuel to talk about him, bro. And it's just it's freaking wrong and it's stupid, man. And how I know I'm on the right track is Simons was talking about the same shit.
right.
He was just saying it a little bit different way, but it's the same thing. He was going at these black dudes because some of these dudes are saying some dumb shit, and that's what he meant. You know, he's more of a gentleman than I am. I'm gonna be blunt and tell you like it is. I'm not gonna, Simons had a way of like putting things sometimes to ease the blow. Not always. Sometimes he be blunt as hell. You know how he is, but how he was. But I know me and him talked about this kind of shit before. Like these black dudes, man. He even said it to me. Like, dude, he's a little bit racist.
Oh
Against
yeah,
white, with
we've
white
talked
coaches,
about it.
white players.
Yeah, we've talked about it too
And it's ridiculous, man.
because
Why?
we all have the same mentality though. We want what's best for the team. We don't give a damn what color he is. We want what's best for the team. Even as a black man, I can say I don't give a damn if you black. If you suck, you suck. Hell, I want to get rid of Terrence Steele. Last time I checked, he's black. Go find me. Go find me a Ethan.
I want
If he,
a white boy attacker named Tyler Stone Creek.
yeah, man, go find me the best. I'm sick of Dak. Dak half black, half white. I'm sick of him. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be 100% honest with you. I've tried black quarterbacks on Dallas. It don't work. We've tried it before. Quincy Carter, Tony Banks. I mean, should I go on?
No, man.
We've tried this shit before.
When we win Super Bowls, we have Captain Americas. That was Starbuck and that was Eggman. They both were white. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really get off into that. I let them dumbasses do that on the color thing. I'm more into. I don't give a damn what color the coach is. I don't give a damn about none of that, man. I want to win. It's been 31 years now. 31 years, and they over here arguing for a dude to be the defensive coordinator because he black. That's stupid to me. Is he the best qualified candidate? Is all I'm concerned with.
Yeah.
That's why I don't take them serious, bro. And you shouldn't either. For real, Doomsday. Don't take them serious. Them boys is proven they don't know what the fuck they talking about. They proven that.
Well, I hear you, brother. And honestly, I don't take them 100% seriously. But what I take seriously is grown ass men sitting there and saying dumb shit and getting paid for it, taking people's hard-earned money. You know what I mean? And lying on coaches, lying on fucking players, lying on fans, lying on everything. The motherfuckers' lips are moving, they're lying.
Right.
And the reason why I hear you don't watch the shit, I mean, we've talked about it before, bro. You watch the shit, you don't watch it. I watch it for y'all, so you don't have to. I'm willing to do that. You know why? Because I don't like people like that. And when you're attached to my fan base, and when I wear Cowboys gear, I'm associated with you. I'm associated with Vice Lombardi. When these modern era fans see my old ass at a game wearing a jersey or whatever, I must be a fan just like them. And I ain't. I'm not. We ain't the same. Like and that's fine. The younger generation don't got to do it like us.
Right.
But I don't like the way they're doing it, and I'm gonna speak out about it. Somebody needs to say something. They don't get a free pass. Vice Lombardi, dude, you ain't nobody special. You don't get a free pass because you befriended Brian Broderson. Now all of a sudden you're on a podcast and on .com being called a fucking NFL expert. What the hell makes you an NFL expert?
Vice Lombardi lost my respect when I heard that fool sit up and talk about in this past training camp that he was on the sideline giving Tyler Guyton tips. I was like, nigga, please. Get your goofy ass on somewhere, bro. You are no coach.
He was the coach apparently in like D3. He played like D3 coach. But I don't think Tyler Guyton is going to just take advice from random people who walk by. Hey, man, you put your hands right here. Like, who the fuck is this guy? You know, like,
They do goofy stuff to me, bro. That's why I don't give them no. It's like the attack on Cowboys, dude. He's another one, bro. Just over the top, just silly as hell. No, I'm cool, bro. You making me actually. They make black people look bad to me
yeah,
in a lot of ways. You know what I'm saying? With the way they do things. So I choose the. You know what I'm saying? I choose the watch Duke
yeah.
or somebody else. You Doomsday or
Space
you know what I'm
Cowboys.
saying? It's not a lot of brothers. I watch what's his name?
1980. I
Yeah, I
watched
watched
1980.
1980. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've been watching him for years. I like JB the Cowboys fan. At least he
I
tries
like
to tell the truth.
JB. I like JB.
He tells the
Yep.
truth about Dak, about the team. I like, and most of the guys that come on his show tell the truth. So I like JB. I give him
Yeah.
props. Shout out to
It's an
JB
older
Cowboys.
cat. It's an older guy. I think he calls himself Gen X Cowboy. I checks him out. You know, he pretty cool.
I ain't seen him before. I'll check him out. So
Yeah, yeah. You know, he's an older guy. You know what I'm saying? But he's pretty good, man. He cool. You know, I don't agree with everything he say either, but it's his demeanor. You know what I'm saying? You can respect his takes because of his demeanor. And those guys' demeanor, a lot of them. That's another reason why I don't like him. Fuss the King, uh, uh, you know, those type of guys with the egos, man. Like you say about Voch, man. Who are you, bro? NFL expert, bro. Please, man, knock it off, my nigga. You too arrogant. I can't do arrogance, bro. I don't work well with arrogance.
but that's it. But that's it. That's how I'm built, brother. I don't like arrogant people because you
Yeah.
ain't done nothing to be arrogant, man. Like
And if that's who you are, then you be who you are. But you're not gonna get my support because I don't
no,
like
and
that.
that's why I speak out against them because I don't think they deserve all the support they get, all the hype they get, all the love they get from the
Right.
fan base. And now it ain't our fan. It ain't nobody in our circle giving them due props. It ain't nobody, you know, in that 10%. You know, the real fans, the dudes we always talk about, like people that we would hang with, and then people get props. But I mean, maybe you're right, bro. Maybe I shouldn't waste my time listening to these dudes, but I do it because even though sometimes it really pisses me off, I do it because I want to hear what they're saying. I want to know
Right.
because you know I'm at the point now, bro. I'm gonna start going at these dudes, man. I'm gonna start trying to get in on their lives. But the problem with these punks, man, is they're gonna block you. They're gonna time you out. They're gonna attack you or have their people in their comments go at you. You know, calling the people in their comments shooters. Like you ain't got a shooter in that goddamn comment section. Stop lying, bro. You ain't
Man,
you ain't
that
got no
it ain't
gangster
nobody. It
thugs
ain't
saying
nothing. They ain't got no shooters, man. They just got dudes that they done gave a wrench to, who will time you out because they don't agree with something you said. If you
Or
go
when
if you
boss
go
says
on
we
Boss
need
Cowboy
something to
Nam
do.
channel, my bad. I ain't mean to talk over you.
No, you're
But if
good. You're
you
good.
go on the Boss Cowboy Nam channel or Foster King or any of them dudes, and you say something real and that goes against what they're saying, oh, they're gonna try to snipe you. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Yeah, yeah.
weak to
Oh yeah.
me. And it's
It's weak.
like whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's not like Simons when me and Simons was doing our thing, or when Simons was doing his thing alone, and Simons time you out. It's because you coming in there being delusional, saying stupid.
Yeah. But he
You know what I'm saying?
legitimately like time people out for saying dumb shit. That's
Right,
not true. Because he didn't want that shit permeating through his comment section. He
right,
didn't want impressionable fans hearing dumb shit.
yeah,
Like Simon was on another level. Like people don't understand what he was trying to do.
right,
Like, and he was alone in it for the longest time. Like, and that just goes to show you the type of guy that he is. Like, he fought these dudes alone. He would speak out, and he was the only one doing it.
yeah.
And I feel like I'm not trying to replace him. I'm not trying to be him. I never can be. I won't try to be. Like, I'm not him. I'm me. But I'm not gonna let this dude slide. I'm not gonna let him paddle by.
Hey
And
man,
just
I
be a
got your back.
dumbass and stay still. I know you do.
I got your
I ain't
back.
scared
You
of none of
know
these
what I mean?
motherfuckers. I'll take him. If Boss needs to be a man and let me come in there and debate his ass. Because if your takes are that good, dude, and your football knowledge is that goddamn good, then why ain't you debating real fans, bro? Have
Yeah,
people with
man.
counterpoints come on your show,
I
and you can
always
debate.
have always when people speak the truth. I'm a firm believer in the truth. I'm a firm believer in being honest
Yes.
with the fans and with
Yes.
the subscribers. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? And if,
Yes.
if I see somebody speaking the truth and you got these dudes giving them pushback and because they want to hear the delusional talk, then I'm gonna have their back. I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna spew my venom. You know what I'm saying? Duke done heard me trash talk before.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, man, these little videos I'm making, bro. I'm being nice. I'm
Yeah.
trying to be. I'm trying to be a little bit politically correct, a little bit nice. I can be werewolf. Trust me. I can go wild.
Oh, I know.
And
I done heard you. I done heard you get down before, Doomsday. That's
oh
why
yeah,
you know what I'm
like,
saying.
yeah.
And that's why I know. I said they don't really want to smoke if they if
No,
they
no,
if they get mad about something you said, bro. I don't think they ready or prepared for how you gonna come back at them. So
nah,
I,
they're not.
I just
I
leave it
want.
at that, man.
I'm trying to poke the bear, bro. Because I want in real time for these people to see what kind of punks they're dealing with.
Yeah,
That's what I want. And I'm calling you out. Hey, listen, I will use Duke's platform. Duke, we love you, brother. Appreciate you letting us, take over your platform.
yeah,
But listen, I'm calling y'all motherfuckers out. Uncle Doomsday wants that smoke. I'm about that life. Trust me. I am built for this shit. I am. You don't want those fucking problems with me, but you got them now. I told y'all. Y'all are about to meet the devils now. The devils that Simon's kept on the leash. And Simon's was one, and he told me I wanted to go out these dudes a lot. And Simon's would talk me down to the ledge and calm me down, and you know what I mean. But he ain't around no more, y'all. You know, y'all done defunded the police now, so now I'm fucking running loose. You
yeah.
know what I mean? You want to put it in terms you can understand, like I'm coming after y'all because I don't like y'all. I don't like your ethics. You ain't got none. You ain't got no motherfucking. You ain't got no integrity.
Right.
Because if you did, you tell people the fucking truth.
Hey, Duke, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. I owe you an apology, man.
What for?
I didn't want you to be in that position the other week. I know you and Face are cool. I wasn't trying to put you in that position or in that situation. But I had to
Okay.
let Face know how I felt, man. I didn't like it. I didn't like it
Yeah.
at
I'm
all.
I'm I'm glad you did.
You know,
He called me a couple times talking about it, and me and Simus, we didn't talk about that like that. That was, as far as I was concerned, that was between him and Simus. When I saw that live stream, I thought, well, here we go. But
yeah.
Yeah.
no, it's all good. You ain't got to worry about nothing, man.
Yeah, I
You
just I
don't owe
just
me
didn't want
nothing.
you to feel like I was trying to put you in the middle of it because I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? It was really between me and Face, and I had to speak up for my brother. And
Yeah,
that's all that was. I didn't like the fact that you were saying what you were saying. There's no evidence of what you're talking about. You're talking about a phone conversation you had with him one-on-one that none of us heard. So I still don't know if that's the truth. So I just had to let him know, man, look, man, stop going around doing that and saying that and putting it. That man ain't here to defend himself no more. So what's
yeah,
the use of going on with this? You
Yeah.
know, and that was my whole point. But he just kept talking about Jesus and I'm like, man, you missing the whole point, bro. The whole point was stop saying that. And that man is not here to defend himself no more.
mm,
Just that's all you have to do. It's not difficult. You
yeah,
can care about and love whoever you want to love and say you love and you care, but you cannot push all off your beliefs on anyone. You know,
right.
and then you tearing this man, making it smearing this man's name, and he not here to defend himself. And that was the bottom line with me, and I just didn't want you in the middle of it. I didn't mean for that to happen.
No, it's okay. I was kind of already in the middle of it anyway, so it's all good.
Yeah. I, I don't. I mean, it ain't my situation, but it pissed me off a little bit when he was saying that stuff. I was just like, well, dude, you're gonna have to face the consequences for running your mouth, bro, because you pissed off a lot of people. And what I mean, I don't know, man. I think, you know, Cowboys face been kind of a interesting guy since I've been around YouTube, man. I've been kind of, I've been watching Cowboys face off and on forever. And like, Simons is right about what he said about him. Well, he didn't lie. He was questioning his fanhood, and he wanted to run and hide behind Jesus. Instead of just facing up to his shortcomings. and admitting, you know what, you're right. I was wrong. I shouldn't have done that. I was weak. I gave up on the team. All this blah blah blah. That's all he was trying to say. You know, and I think Pace took it and ran with it. And I think it's never right, to be a Christian and use Jesus as a crutch. Like he
That's
did,
true.
like and to use him to attack people. Like their character. Like, why would you do that in Christ's name?
Right.
Why would you do that? If you're such a lover of Christ, why would you ever disparage somebody in Christ's name? Like, that's not for you to do. It's not for you to judge. It's not for me to judge somebody. I don't do it.
But I like what Duke said, man, about, like what Mac was saying. Like, man, I don't have a heaven or hell to put nobody in, man.
Yep. He was 100% right about that.
He was 100% right, man. Like, just you went too far when you go to another man's channel and say what you said. That was all I was like, why did you do that, bro? Like, if you felt that type of way, keep that to yourself. This man ain't here no more,
Yeah, that should have been a conversation between you and him, you and Simon. So you were that concerned about Simon's, everlasting soul and where he was going to spend eternity. There's a way to proselytize to someone without, alienating them, and that he went about the wrong way. Like, if you want to talk about Christ with somebody, and they tell you they don't want to talk about that, leave it alone. What did Jesus tell his disciples in the Bible, man? Shake the dust off your feet. When they talk about these cities that they were going to and reject the message, reject the gospel, Jesus told them, wipe the dust off your feet and move on. It's not for you to worry. They heard the message. If they choose to accept it, it's on them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you aren't Christ. You don't get to choose who goes to hell, like Mac was talking about.
Right.
That's not for you to. It's not. It's absolutely wrong to do that. And I think he just needs someone to like talk to him about that shit. Hey man, listen, I get what you're trying to do. There's a better way to go about it.
And I ain't got no problem with Face.
I don't either.
Forward.
Really.
I don't have no problem with him going forward. I just needed to do that at that moment, and I moved on.
You spoke up for someone that ain't here no more, man, and that's fine. You didn't do it. You didn't attack him or say you were going to beat his ass. You weren't like over the top with it. You were a man about it.
Now what the other fellas did, hey, I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Well, Billy felt the way he felt. You can't control how a grown man's going to feel about something. Billy, that's the way Billy wants to handle it, and that's something Face is going to have to deal with.
Yeah.
But he made the choice to do that shit, so now you got to accept the consequences. Like I said at the top, that's life, man. It's being willing. You can do in life what you're willing to accept the consequences for.
Hey, hold up. Where you hiding? So you got a problem with the Niners now? Because they spanked that ass?
Now
you're a Niner hater, huh?
Fuck the 49ers, too. Yeah, he ain't no fucking 49er hater. Man, you coming into a Cowboys stream talking about you hate the 49ers. Like, man, dude, that shit somewhere else, bro. I've been hating the 49ers long before you were around. I'm
trying to tell you.
Yeah, my hate for the 49ers goes back to the late 70s. It's deep. Like, just because they whooped your ass issues.
I've hated the Niners ever since the catch. Okay.
God,
with Dwight Clark, the old Dwight Clark, Joe Montana thing, man. I've been hating them ever since.
If fucking Drew, if Teflon, we were one finger away from winning that 6th ring. One finger. If that finger hadn't redirected, Drew Pearson, we wouldn't be talking about the catch.
Oh man,
that's how close we came to a finger from being at the top of the mountain with the fucking sorry ass Pats in the Pittsburgh Squealers.
Yeah, we would have had 6. We would have had 6.
I've always said, man, and this might be homerish, and it might be hyperbole, but I really truly believe the Cowboys should be like 12-time Super Bowl champions. If you look at all the time we came so damn close, like we should have like 8, 9, 10 rings. Like we should be the best team in the fucking
like the 08 season, I thought we was on our way. The 2014 season, I thought we was on our way. And the 2016 season, I thought we was on our way.
Yeah,
but,
me too, man. And then, our Cowboys hater gonna be like, man, you're full of shit. You know what you're talking about. All right, man, that's how I feel. Like you can't tell me how I feel about my team, bro. We win them? Fuck no. So it don't matter. But we should be. It's that that's how fucking close game so many
But
times.
I ain't gonna lie to you, that 2014 one, that was devastating to me, bro. That 2014,
That broke
that
my
Packers,
heart. And then we went up to Seattle and
bro.
whooped their fucking ass.
I remember when
We would've
DeMarco
whooped their
Murray
ass.
broke that line of scrimmage, man, was on his way, and Julius Peppers reached out there and tapped that ball and made him fumble. Man, that was
Well, he'd been fumbling all year. He had like 8 fumbles that year, remember? I think he
yeah,
led the league in fumbles that year. He
yep.
was fumbling all fucking year. And that was the worst fucking time for that shit to happen, man.
But if you
That
go
catch
back
no
and
catch
look at that
shit killed
play,
me, man.
if you go back and look at that play when he fumbled, man, he was on his way. He cracked that line of scrimmage, and I was like, oh, I jumped up, and next thing you know, the ball was on the ground, on the grass. I was like, oh,
Yeah, we would have ended
he
that
may hit
Legion
us
of
with the
Boom fucking
big
before
no
he even
catch.
started, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Romo balled that game. I can't lie. Romo, he was balling that game.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. When was balling that game? Yeah, we would have went up there and fucking ended that Legion of Boom bullshit. And they would have never went to that Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, they might have
But
went next year. You know.
I don't know what hurt me worse, that or the year we played Seattle and Romo fumbled that kickoff, that field goal.
Brother, I told you I was at that game, bro. I was stationed up there. Up
Yeah.
in Washington. I was at that fucking game. Mr. Gill was at that game too, bro. I told you
Yeah.
when I was walking out of there, people were throwing shit at me, man. Fuck the Cowboys, bro. I was with a buddy of mine from my unit that was from Dallas, so we both went to the game.
Yeah.
Bro, I looked at him and I said, "Hey, bro, put your fucking head down. Let's get the fuck out of here before we get our
Was
asses whooped."
that was the one. That was the year Parcells was the coach, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That shit, brother. You have no idea. We both sat in that car on the way back to say a word. We didn't say a word to each other the whole way. It's about a 45-minute drive back to Fort Lewis from Seattle.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and dude, we just sat in that car and didn't say a word to each other. We literally parked back in the unit, got out, and went our separate ways. Didn't say a fucking word. We were both so mad and like devastated. It was like, what just happened? You know, what I mean? Like, I thought for sure we were getting ready to win that game, bro. Like that was it. I was talking shit like, yeah, fuck you guys. You know what I mean? We were just talking shit. And all of a sudden, everybody's like, yeah, fuck us, fuck you. You know what I mean? They're throwing soda at us. Like, God damn it. You know what I mean? I've been through it with it. When I tell you I've been through it with this team, I've been through it. I've been through it.
Yeah.
Like,
That 2007 playoff loss hurt me too, bro. That when Patrick Creighton dropped that touchdown pass.
Patrick Creighton probably had a catch. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, I remember that too. I was sitting in a room full of Giants fans. And you know, we're there again, bro. I'm getting shit thrown at me, you know.
Yeah, that was the year I threw the girl I was with at the time. I threw her brother through the TV. He was a Giants
you told me that
fan.
story. Yeah, you told me.
Yeah, he's a Giants fan, bro. That was bad.
That's a bad time to be running your mouth.
I've gotten better now. I've gotten better.
Nah, I haven't, bro. I probably still throw something through a fucking window over the Cowboys, bro. That's how I let these dudes get. That's why I let this fucking team control my emotions, man. I let this team get the best of me every year, brother.
Yeah.
I'm a fool for the Cowboys, man. I am. What I'm not going to do is sit here and lie.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm a fool for this team, man. I am, and I always will be. Yeah, I mean, you should see my house, brother. It's Cowboys everywhere. Like I love this fucking team. I am invested. I can't walk away from this. Like I got memorabilia, dude, and I wouldn't even know what to do with it if I wanted to quit being a Cowboys.
Well, to answer your question, bro, I think they two of the same coin, bro. Like Romo had his moments where he, you know, last second pick sixes, last minute fourth quarter pick sixes. Yeah, man. I think Romo and Dak is pretty similar. Although Romo was way better pocket presence than Dak Prescott. I give him that. Way better.
Way better. He's a better quarterback all around than Dak. Hey, Brando, I saw your measure on there, man. I 100% agree with you. Yes, what he needs to be. You know what else needs to be in Hall of Fame? Everson Walls. Needs to be in the fucking Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? It pissed me off what they did to Chuck Howley. It pissed me off so fucking bad what they did to him. They waited until that motherfucker was dying or dead before they put him in the Hall of Fame. It's fucking bullshit, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how they do the Cowboys, bro. That's how they do us, man. I'm telling you, if you really pay attention to the way NFL treats Cowboys, and we so many people, man. Like, there's obvious clear players that have been in our franchise that should be in the Hall of Fame. These motherfuckers won't vote at me because of the hate. Is what it is, man. It's the only thing I can think. You
Yeah.
know, and I'm telling you what, man. I'm gonna tell you another thing. Again, bro, got much to do with football. But motherfucker, if they put goddamn Philip Rivers in the Hall of Fame, I'm gonna fucking lose all faith and hope in this fucking league, bro. Because I've heard people talk about that. Philip Rivers should be in the Hall of Fame. I'm like, for fucking what? For
Yeah, I
what?
mean, he never
He
got a
choked.
dream. I mean, he played a long time. I guess he
Yeah,
got
but
numbers, you know.
I mean, kinda. I like the way Philip Rivers
Yeah,
played. I like he was tough. I like Philip Rivers. I got no issue with Philip Rivers per se. I mean, I
yeah.
got no reason to. I don't give a shit about the Chargers. But you know what I mean? Like, but I don't think he should be in the damn Hall of Fame.
I'm gonna be honest about it though. When Rivers and Eli came out at the same time, I did not. The last thing I thought would be that Eli got 2 championships and Philip got none.
Oh, 100%. I thought Rivers was going to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I told people that. I said, Rivers, that dude right there, he's going to win a ring one day.
I thought he was
I
gonna
really thought that.
win one too.
I
Yeah,
really thought that. Because he was clearly the better quarterback coming out of college.
yeah, he was coming
Oh,
out.
clearly. Yeah, yeah. He just went to a shitty organization, man. You know what I mean? If Philip
Yeah,
Rivers would have went to like San Francisco or Dallas, he probably would have won a ring.
he
You know,
probably would have.
I'm pretty certain he would have. He's good
I
enough
mean,
too.
and
I'll give him that.
it's pretty good that a sidearm quarterback lasted that long for real.
I mean, him and Bernie Kosar. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
him
saying?
and
Like,
Bernie Kosar.
yeah. I mean, I'll tell you one thing I do not want on this team ever is a left-handed quarterback. Let,
Left-handed quarter. Have we ever
yeah.
had one?
Wasn't Vinny?
I don't remember.
Wasn't
Was
Vinny or
Clint
Drew
Sterner
Bledsoe?
left-handed?
I think Drew Bledsoe was left-handed, wasn't he?
No, I
I
think Drew
know
was right-handed.
he might be. I gotta think about that. That's a good question, man. Somebody in chat, look. Can somebody in chat look it up? Tell us if Dallas has ever had a left-handed quarterback. That's a good
Was
question.
Ryan Leaf left-handed?
I don't think he was. I think he was right-handed. Fuck, I can't remember, man. That's a good question too. Fuck,
Well,
man.
y'all asking if we've ever had a left-handed quarterback?
Yeah,
I mean, Kellen Moore was left-handed. That's about it.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, I
Okay,
forgot about
yeah.
him. Yeah, we have had a
Kellen
left-handed.
Moore.
You're right. I knew we had a left-handed quarterback on this team. You're right.
He
You're right,
was.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Thanks. I totally forgot about Kellen. I want to forget about his time here, but
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about like an actual good quarterback being left-handed now, huh?
no. I just mean
Yeah,
any quarterback, any left-handed quarterback. I didn't mean
Ryan
like
Leaf wasn't
starting.
left-handed, was he? Was he, dude?
Leaf? No, I don't think so.
I don't think he was. I think he was right-handed, if I remember right. What an overrated fucking player. God, dude, what an overrated player.
Oh man, boy, the way they bragged on Ryan Leaf coming out of college, I thought he was gonna be the next big thing for real.
And everybody thought that, bro. You know, everybody. I mean, shit. Everybody thought. Fucking Trevor Lawrence was going to be great. You know.
Yeah.
I
I mean, T.O.
mean,
was good. T.O. was good, but
no. I mean Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence.
oh, Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah. Sunshine, Ronnie Bass, fucking quarterback for Jacksonville. Yeah. I really thought he was going to be great. I mean, he was hyped up.
Yeah, he been
Oh,
pretty
he-
mid. He been pretty
He
mid.
was mid. He was mid in college, but they hyped him up. He was mid of South Carolina, but they fucking hyped him up. You know, like he was gonna be great. You know, and I was just like, I don't know what y'all are seeing, but you know, shit, I'm not a fucking quarterback evaluator, nor I ever claim to be. You know, but you know, I know you need a good one to win in this league, and it's still true. You know, that's part of the reason why 49ers are winning. It's because of Brock Purdy and because of fucking Shanahan. You know, we hate the San Francisco 49ers all you want, but they got a better coaching staff than us. They got a better GM than us. That's why they've been to the Super Bowl in the fucking 2000s. You know, they got it. You know, they had chances to win in that era ring. You know, because they got good ownership, they got good GM, they got good coach. That shit matters. Like, and that's like we keep saying. It's what holds us back.
I don't know when at what point or what year did Jerry look at himself and say, you know what, I'll make a great GM. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know how he came up with that one.
I don't know, man. Like he must have had some good shit and been like, you know, man, I could be a damn GM, man. I think when you win, a lot in your life, in every aspect of your life. Like you win in business, you win in personal, you're making money, you're successful. I think you start believing you can do anything. I think ego is a motherfucker, is what I think, man. I think ego causes people to think they can do things that they can't do.
Yeah,
And ego will get you in more trouble in life than anything else.
you
It'll
ain't
put you
lying
in a
about
position.
that. I
I
told
mean,
you,
and I think,
ego, and delusion.
yeah, yeah, lying to yourself, which is basically
Right.
what delusion is. You're lying to yourself to make yourself believe that something is what it's not because you can't accept the reality of it. And that's what these content creators are. They're delusional. That's what 90%. That's why we call y'all. It used to be 80, but I convinced we'll bump it up to 90. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
'cause that's about
And,
right.
and it's about right. If you look at the fan base, it's about 90% of the fan base is just fully
Hmm.
delusional, fully convinced that Dak Prescott is a championship quarterback and he is going to retire from Dallas just like Romo did without a ring. But it's because he's got the numbers. You watch these motherfuckers are gonna be talking about putting him in the ring of honor. You
Yeah.
watch, Tef, and if I live to see that, I will stop being a Dallas Cowboys fan. I will stop. I will burn all my shit. I will never watch him. If they put that motherfucker in the ring of honor, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
You
Like,
talking
I'm
about
serious.
Romo?
No, well, him too. But no, Dak.
Oh man.
Fucking Dak Prescott, because he's got the numbers.
Oh,
He's got the
he got the
records. He's got all the
numbers, and
records, and he's got
he
all
got
the
the records, right?
yeah. So they're gonna be
You
like, put him
know,
in now, put him in the ring of honor. He deserves it. You know, I
hell,
can
if
just
they
hear
do
it
that,
now.
they might as well put Zeke Elliott in there. Then
You might as well put DeMarco Murray in there. Like, shit, put Sean Lee's name in there. Fuck, man, let's just fucking put everybody in there.
right?
Like, yeah, put fucking Chan Gailey. You know, put
Yeah.
fucking Chan Gailey. Dave Campo. We could throw him in there too. You know, the great Dave Campo. You know,
Oh
some of these
man,
young dudes are like, who's Dave Campo? Who's
well,
Chan Gailey? I don't know who that
them
is.
Dave
Yeah.
Campo years was tough, bro.
Oh, Chan Gailey was just as bad, but
Oh, Chin Gailey, God,
he was horrible, man. That was the worst
God
coaching hire ever.
damn.
It was worse than Campo.
Yeah.
And Campo was bad, but Chan Gailey, that was awful. Those were horrible years, dude. From '98, see these
Again,
fucking fans don't understand,
a
dude.
Jerry Jones hire.
Yeah,
Jerry Jones picked
yep.
Chan Gailey.
Case in point, evidence number Zulu. Evidence. You know, we
Right.
got a whole locker full of evidence on Jerry Jones that he's a shitty fucking
You know
GM.
what I'm saying? He
Like,
looked at
and that's
Dave
when.
Campo and was like, he'll make a great head coach. I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
no.
Well, because Chan Gailey was good in college, and he was coming
Right.
off a big season, and Jerry was like, I see what Jerry was trying to do, but I was like, fucking Chan Gailey. When he hired him, I was just like, I remember thinking to myself, fucking Chan Gailey, what?
Yeah.
Because
I
I
would have
think,
felt
well,
better if he'd have hired Dave Onstead or something. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
fucking Sam Weish. Bring Sam Weich's old ass back. You're like, fuck, man, it's anything but Chan fucking Gailey. Anyway, you saw how that worked out. And we went straight to
Yeah.
Dave Campo.
That's bad.
That was the Quincy Carter fucking years. Oh, by the way, Brian, hey, all you fucking 90% that are listening to this right now, and I know you're listening. I know you all listen to us. I know you listen to it. Don't lie and say you don't, because you respond to the things we say in my videos. Like Boss will come back the next day and say something, and I know he listens. But anyway, you. I'm not gonna waste my breath. But anyway, you can't you, you're never gonna convince these young dudes that Dak ain't the guy. We're I would even go so far as to say that if Dak did leave, say we draft Arch Manning this in 2027. Say we draft Arch Manning next year. Say we suck, we're in top 3 or top 2, we're number 2, and we end up drafting Arch Manning. As soon as that dude throws a pick, as soon as he sucks in a game, or as soon as he struggles a little bit, they're gonna fucking trash him. They're talking about, we should still have Dak, and we should still like this. They can't. They're so afraid to like rebuild the whole team to fire, like get rid of Dak. I don't know what the fucking fear of not having Dak at quarterback is. But when you try to, I've heard people try to bring up like, Dak's not going to be here in a couple of years, and you start thinking about the future. And these content dudes like, what are you talking about? What do you mean Dak's not going to be here? Like they just can't fathom that. And I don't
Listen,
understand. what the love
If
affair with Dak Prescott is, man.
if
Is it because he's half
Jerry
black?
Jones was a good general manager right now, you know what he would you know what I think he should do? If he was good, this is what he should do. I would call up the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
I would call up the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, man, look, give me two number ones for Dak. Because
They're not gonna do that.
I'm gonna tell you why they would. Do you know how long the Jets been without a quarterback, bro? And
Yeah,
Dak, I'm tell you this, Dak has put
since
some skins on the
1969.
wall to
Yeah.
convince other teams that he can be that franchise quarterback. He has at least done that because he's good in the regular season.
Well, no, there's
The
dumb
Jets
teams
would
too
kill
that
for
will
him.
pay him to come there, thinking that he's gonna rescue their fucking franchise. Or certainly is dumb teams.
I honestly think the Jets
Yeah,
would, bro. I honestly think they would give up two number one. Number
it
one
wouldn't
is
surprise me. It wouldn't
I would
surprise me.
get rid of if they accepted that order, I would ship Dak off and I would because they say next year is supposed to be a better quarterback class next season.
It's supposed to be loaded with
Right.
quarterbacks. Like they're saying like 7 or 8
I would
quarterbacks.
take that chance, man.
Yeah.
I would take that chance and try to get one. That's just me.
Who you want? You want Arch? Or
If
you?
not Arch, the kid from
Yeah.
Oregon,
Oh,
or,
Dante Moore.
yeah,
Yeah.
or maybe
Ain't he black though?
someone else.
Ain't he a black quarterback?
Yeah, he a brother, but
Yeah.
you know,
I wasn't
uh,
super
I
impressed with
mean,
the Mitch
hell,
dude,
Dak is a
but
brother, so he half and half. So what's the difference?
I just agree. I agree with Parks and Simon all the other dudes when they talk about fuck these black quarterbacks because our franchise is horrible level black
Well,
quarterbacks, man. I don't know
that's
if that has
true.
anything to do with it.
That's true.
I,
Jalen Hurts, he kind of bucked that trend, but
he's a mid
not
quarterback,
many
brother.
black quarterbacks win Super Bowls, man.
Jalen Hurts is not a
It's
good
just true.
quarterback. I don't care what anybody says. He's not a good quarterback. He's not. It's the evidence is out there. Like he's not. He can't carry a franchise back. But hell, honestly, like what quarterbacks can anymore? Like Mahomes, Joe Burrow if he can stay healthy. Now that's a guy right there. Hey, Joe, if you announce your retirement, hey, call us, Joe. Call. Hey, call the Cowboys, man. Take a
Hey,
year off.
hey,
Take
what's up,
2026 off.
DJ? What's up, DJ? What's going on?
Yeah, yeah, call man. If Joe did retire, man, I would call him in a year. But hey, Joe, you want to come play for the Cowboys, man? You ready? You know what I mean? I'll take Joe Burrow, but that's the only fucking retread quarterback that I would
Man,
take.
Cincinnati ain't coming up off Joe
They're
Burrow,
not
man.
coming off Joe. They'd be stupid.
Nah,
You'd have to give them both them first round picks and a player. It'd be
I
expensive.
don't even think they'll do it for that. I mean, maybe if
Mm.
you throw Dak in with that, so they'll have a quarterback. Maybe. I don't
That
know
team ain't
though.
going. That team ain't going nowhere fast, man. Even if they have a phenomenal draft this year, like they got to rebuild that O line. They need, Chase and what's his nuts are getting kind of tired. Like it ain't working.
Yeah.
They got a lot of needs. Like you don't think they would take a first round pick or 2 first round picks for him? I think they would.
I'm gonna ask you this: do you think the Raiders would take Dak for their first round
No,
pick right now?
no, because they're going to draft Mendoza. They don't want.
I
They're
mean,
not going to mess around with an old quarterback
I,
when they
I,
get a
I
young one.
know, but do you think they want to go through? Because they at the bottom of the barrel right now. Do you think they
Yeah.
want to go through a quarterback growth, or would they want to have a veteran who, you know, Dak's serviceable? He can get you some regular season wins.
Mm-hmm.
But do you think they want to start all over with trying to teach a young quarterback and all that there?
I don't see what choice they have. I mean, yeah, you can bring Dak in, but what's he going to be good for 3 or 4 more, maybe 3 years if he stays healthy and upright? Why you're going to have
But
to
we talking
rebuild
about the
anyway, and
Raiders.
Dak ain't going to help you develop.
We talking about the Raiders. Well, they don't really make smart decisions. You know what I'm saying?
No, they don't. But God, yeah, I mean that is true. So maybe they would. I wouldn't put it past them. I'll tell you like this: it wouldn't surprise me if Dak ends up in the rig in Las Vegas. And we give up him in a first round pick for Max Crosby. You know, it wouldn't surprise me. But I'm not going to just. I'm not going to just. They're not going to just give me a draft pick. They're going to give me a player too, because we're giving up our star quarterback.
I'm
It's
just
like
saying.
yeah.
I mean, I know you probably feel me Doomsday, and you too, Duke. Why not make a phone call just to see?
If they're smart, they would. I honestly, you remember hearing that rumor later on, earlier on this season?
Yeah.
Apparently, Jerry had called Jets in the offseason and offered him Dak for Quinn Williams.
Oh, I thought you offered Michael Parsons.
No, I heard that it was Dak Prescott that he offered to trade because they wanted to keep Micah. That was the plan. They were going to bring Quinn in and pair him up with Micah. That was the plan. I mean, that was the vision that I that's the way it looked to me. But the rumor was that they had offered Dak to New York didn't want him.
So they tried to shop Dak. Now,
Yeah. What did I tell you? I mean, that's why I was thinking like maybe they will fucking try to move his ass to stop season. Maybe there's something big coming. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't have no faith in this team, like you said, man, to make smart decisions and to do smart
not
shit.
at all.
Now, okay, if we trade Dak, who the fuck you want to bring here to be quarterback?
If whoever we draft with that draft pick we get,
Yeah, fair enough.
whoever.
I don't shit. I mean,
I
other
send Joe
than
Milton out there for the
yeah,
rest of the season so we
yeah,
can suck. You know what
yeah.
I'm
We can
saying?
get fucking Bazooka Joe out there to fucking bounce that ball off the fucking Texas Live roof every fucking
Yeah, bro. And try
yeah.
to have two top 10 number one picks. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, fuck it. I mean, if we're gonna rebuild, let's rebuild. Let's get rid of Dak. Let's run with Milton
Yeah,
for a
that's
year.
what I'm
And,
saying.
and here's my contention too. See, but you and me, Tef, aren't afraid of that. These fucking 90%ers, that sounds like torture to them. They don't
Oh
want
yeah.
to go through a rebuild. They want instant gratification and they want the easy fucking way. But here's
Oh,
the
they
problem.
call us absolutely stupid for even coming up with this scenario. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
because
saying?
their ball's getting rid of Dak.
Y'all
That
don't
can't
know
happen.
y'all don't know football. I've heard that
Yeah,
so much.
yeah, I've heard that bullshit too.
Man, now
That's like
y'all don't know great ideas when you
that's
hear
as
it.
if
That's the problem.
telling me I don't know ball. That tired old trope you all throw at people when they tell you the truth is the same as people calling white people Nazis nowadays. They don't mean nothing. Like Nazi, you can call me a Nazi all fucking day. Like that don't mean anything. You've used it too much. You abused it. You overused it. Like you're a Nazi. You're a fucking Nazi because you don't agree with me. Okay, I'm a Nazi then. Whatever. Sure,
Right.
great. I'm a Nazi now. But
Hey DJ. Oh my bad.
no,
Doomsday.
go ahead. Go
He
ahead,
had
man. Go
asked
ahead.
us a question. You read that question, Doomsday?
I'm not looking at the comments, man. I'm not even reading the
Okay.
comments.
He asked, "Is this the last year for Dak being at the helm?" Um,
Yeah, I think it's Dak Farewell tour. That's what I think.
I think he got 2 more years left on his contract.
Yeah, two
So
more.
if you're going by the contract, he'll be here another 2 years. But
But
if
I
I
think
was the
after this year
general
they can move
manager,
him. I think that after this year they can move him without taking as much of a cap hit. After
yeah,
this year, I
if
think
I
that's
was the
where.
general manager, he
Yeah,
wouldn't even be playing for us this year. I've been untrading him, like we was
I would
talking
have done
about.
trade. I would have traded him last year when he was coming to
Yeah,
the season healthy. I would have got rid of him. I'd have offloaded him. I'd have traded him for Pickens. I don't know
yeah,
if the Pittsburgh would take Dak because they had Aaron Rodgers, but for a backup or something, I mean, I would have offloaded him to who the fuck wanted him. If we get draft picks for him, I don't give a shit. I would have got rid of him.
I
Like,
mean,
but that's the kind of bullshit that helps your fucking team win. That's the
yeah,
kind of move that you got to have balls to make and make a decision that could blow up in your face.
right,
But hey, guess what? Even if it does blow up in our face this year, and Milton's fucking hot garbage, like Milton's just complete dog water, right?
right,
So, okay, it was all next year, and guess what? This upcoming quarterback draft is fucking great. There's a
yeah.
bunch of fucking guys that you can pick from. So, gut it out for a
Because
year and fucking get your quarterback.
this is
Like,
why I would say I would trade. I would try to seek offers for Dak right now because according to everybody else, including these 90%ers,
yeah,
according to him, Dak was having an MVP season. Okay, well, shouldn't his trade value be high then?
yeah, should
Since
be.
he's such the MVP,
Well, he's an MVP, right?
right?
So why don't we trade the MVP and get a couple draft picks and let's rebuild this fucking team?
Because the
You know what I
quiet
mean?
as kept, what they don't understand, if they're slipping on is we don't have a second or third round pick right now. And y'all talking about trading the number 20 pick back. Okay, well, them going to be late second round, late third round pick. Even if someone accepts a trade back with the Cowboys, they're going to be late.
Yeah.
Why not try to get something for next year? Because next year's rookie class, what I'm hearing, next year's crop is supposed to be better than this year's crop. So I will be trying to get picks for next season because let's be real, man. This season we ain't going to no playoffs this year. We ain't finna do none
Yeah.
of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're gonna be bad. So
Yeah.
I will be
Yeah,
shooting
Brand.
for next season.
Yeah. Hey, Brando. Yeah, I know his contract keeps him here through 28, but we can offload him, I think, next year without incurring as much of a cap hit. But, and I mean, I don't see the reason to keep him through 28. Like, if this year goes the way I think it's going to go, like, it's going to be pretty evident to everybody. And you watch. If Dak stinks it up this year, or we just aren't that good, despite Dak starting or being healthy all year, they'll fucking turn on him. They'll turn on him.
Mm-hmm.
They'll fucking start turning on him. Like, you're seeing it more and more every year, more fans are turning on him because they were starting to fucking understand that, hey, this dude ain't it.
Hey, DJ, if you support me, I'll start the March for Arch talk again. I crank it up again.
Hell yeah. I'll take my man. People see. I told everybody at the beginning of this year, I'm a massive Longhorns fan. For anybody that doesn't know that, like, I'm a huge Texas Longhorns fan. I knew this year wasn't gonna be a year for Arch.
Yeah.
For a lot of reasons, but I just knew it. He's not ready, but I think he will be ready next year. You saw a little bit of what I think he's gonna be next year. That last game
Yeah.
they played when he had a huge game. You see the talent. Like, I see what he can become, and I'm telling you, don't in this league nowadays, man. You got to have quarterbacks dual threat. You have to.
Right.
Defenses are too fast. Like, the day of the pocket passer is over. Like, even these white quarterbacks can move now. They're all real
Yeah.
athletic. That's part of the game.
And Arch got some legs. I give him
Oh,
that.
that boy, that kid can run.
Yeah,
He
he
can
can
flat
run.
out run. He's
He
sneaky
can run.
fast. Like, he doesn't look fast, but when he gets going, he can move. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's gonna beat a corner or smoke a dude or run a 4-1 or 4-2 or whatever. But I mean, there's only so many of those guys in the league.
Let me
But
ask you this,
Arch,
Dame Day. You watch more college football than I do. Can
uh
Mendoza run?
hell yeah, he can run.
Okay.
Hell yeah, he can run. But he only uses it at certain times. He uses it. He's smart about it. It's not like his go-to is to take off.
Yeah.
He can stay in the pocket and make throws. And that's why I'm kind of impressed with the kid. Now, normally I don't get hyped about Heisman quarterbacks because
Yeah.
the track record with Heisman quarterbacks ain't great in the NFL. I mean, let's be real, like, it hasn't been over
Right.
history.
Right.
The last thing, who was there's only two quarterbacks that ever win the Heisman and the Super Bowl. It's Roger Staubach and what's his name? There's two that done it. But Staubach and one other guy. I can't remember who the second one was. Maybe Duke can tell us, but I don't remember. But I don't believe in the Heisman hype. But what I see in the kid, like, you see what he could be. Like, he's a dual threat. He can throw. He can run. He makes good decisions with the ball. He's very careful with the football. You know, and it doesn't hurt that he has a great freaking coach in
Mm-hmm.
Signetti. Coaching. That dude's a great coach. He took that team with a bunch of 2 and 3 star players. And he's got them playing in the Natty. And I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you the truth. I think they're gonna smoke Miami. I think they're gonna
When is
smoke
that game?
them. Next Monday.
Next
Or
Monday.
no, not next Monday. Monday after. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, right after. It'd be right after New Year's. It'd be
Yeah,
like
I'm
the
watching
second.
that. I'm
Oh, I'm
watching
watching
that.
that. 100% watching that. But I think my Indiana's gonna smoke them. I think they ain't got nothing for
I
you.
mean, like, I don't really believe in Miami, man. My team beat Miami. SMU.
Yeah, I don't believe in Miami either. Miami been surviving off that defense,
Yeah.
and they got a good draw in that last playoff game. When you saw what Indiana did to Alabama and what they did to Oregon, that just doesn't happen in the playoffs, bro. They're hanging 50, 60 points on fucking teams. Like, it ain't
Yeah.
nothing. Like, they're just well coached. They're well schemed. Like, they're gonna come in there and they're gonna fucking test Miami. I don't think
Yeah.
Miami's gonna be up to it. I think they're gonna have trouble because they got so many playmakers in that team. And Signetti's real smart about how what I mean? He's just a great coach. He's done a phenomenal job. I mean? Like, hell, I'd fire a fucking shot line right now for Signetti here. You know what I mean? I think Signetti get this team fired the fuck up because that's the kind of coach he is. And he's just the perfect. Yeah, I think Indiana something. It might be kind of close, but I don't think so. I think it's going to be a fucking, it's going to be a fucking close to a blowout. That's just my opinion. I mean, I could be wrong. Miami might have a game in their fucking lives. You know what I mean? What I don't need to see is fucking goddamn. Somebody need to intervene with Mike Irvin. I mean, this dude needs to get out the cocaine, man. He's over there on all fours on the sideline, fucking acting like a goddamn fool. I mean, I know he's excited.
Yeah, I saw Mike, man. I was like, oh, Mike.
I love he's excited, man. I love the playmakers fucking living out his fucking dream. You know what I mean? Like, that's his alma mater, man. I get it. Miami ain't been in the dance in a long time. Goddamn, Mike, man, you get off the cocaine, brother.
I was like, man, there. Mike extra crunk, ain't he?
He was getting nuts, and that's for Mike. That was. I ain't never seen him do shit like that before on sidelines, like on all fours acting a fool and shit. I was like, what the fuck is my playmaker doing right now? Like, god damn it, man. I've been suspected for a long time that dude lost his mind a long time ago. Like, we listened to him talk, like he just, I don't know, man. I think he's got CTE or something, bro. Like he fucking just. Mike he's always been a weird cat though. He's a real intense dude. Like, Michael, man. That's how he's always been. Yeah. Like, if the Cowboys start getting to the Super Bowl, you don't think he's gonna get crunk on the sideline, bro? He's gonna be going nuts.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be going crazy.
He be down there high fiving fans and shit, like he did that one game who we beat. He was over there high fiving the fans and shit. It was like not this year, but last year. In 2024. Yeah. He was over there high fiving people. I was like, God damn, Mike. He you know what's something crazy? And I told Simon this a long time ago, man. He agreed with me. I'll tell you who. You know who Michael Irvin kind of reminds me of, man? Who he could be is the modern Crazy Ray. He could be our modern Crazy Ray, bro.
Crazy Ray.
He's beloved by the fans. He gets hype. He would get out he get in the crowd, just fucking high five people and go nuts and get them all fired up. He could be our new Crazy Ray, man. You know what I mean? He could, man. He'd be perfect for it. Tell me I'm lying.
Yeah, Mike.
He don't do what Crazy Ray would do, with the bird whistles and the fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he could be that kind of guy for us, man. The hype, like he'd be a hype man, like Flavor Flav.
Yeah, he gets pretty crunk, bro. I don't know. He might.
That's
snap.
That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it, man. I think Mike Irvin could be our new Crazy Ray Dunlop. Bro, you young bucks don't do Crazy Rays. Crazy Ray Dunlop was our mascot before that fucking shithead Rowdy was ever thought of. Crazy Ray is a black man. He used to dress up like a cowboy, and he'd duke it out with the fucking Indian from the fucking Redskins in the end zone and shit. Like he was our mascot, Yeah. And of course he passed away years ago. But we could have replaced him. We could have got a Crazy Eddie or Crazy Dave or kept the tradition going, man.
Yeah.
Shit, get Crazy Simus. You know what I mean? Let Simus be the motherfucking mascot. You know what I mean? Simus would have been great, man. That dude would have been crunk on the sidelines, man.
Yeah, they was saying for a while, Miss Price. I don't know if you're familiar with Miss Price.
I agree with that. I know who Miss Price is 100%. Yeah, any real fan knows who Miss Price is.
I met her like 2-3 times. Yeah.
Her name's Carolyn Price, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know Miss Price. Yeah, she's always at training camp.
Yeah.
Yeah. Miss Price, yeah. I would get behind Miss Price. 100%. Yeah. Yeah, make it a fan, like somebody that's not
right.
Next player.
I'm pretty sure you can find some crazy old guy, a Cowboy fan out here that's willing to do it. You know what I mean?
Heck yeah, man. That can entertain people and be friendly, get people going. Yeah, man. There's all kinds of people I'm sure there's a lot of people would be lining up to do that. Now we got a motherfucker wearing a oversized cowboy head running around like fucking dumbest shit ever, man. When they came up with Rowdy, I was just like,
that was a bad idea, bro.
I thought it was the dumbest shit ever, man. I was like, I'm not getting behind that. I'm not ever gonna shake that fucking whatever.
My girl said he smelled like mildew.
Oh my god, man! Apparently, the dude that does Rowdy is the same guy that produces all the fucking shows. Those
like hanging with the boys and all that.
Yeah, his name's Chris Beam, and apparently he's Rowdy. He's the one that does the Rowdy.
Wow!
They let it slip one time on the show. The guy that does Rowdy, and I guess nobody was supposed to know that, but one of the dudes let it slip that he plays Rowdy. I don't know if he's the only one, if there's multiple people to do it. I don't fucking know. I don't care. But and another thing, can we get rid of these fucking rhythm and blue dancers, please? Can we do away with that dumb shit?
Man.
Can we remove the stripper poles? you know, can we stop with the flag dudes that wear the black cowboy hats? Can we stop with that gay shit too? Like,
Right.
and then you see all
And
these
the
dudes in
ones
the
they have on the
stadium
stripper
wearing,
poles, they're not even fine.
not even a little bit, bro. Well,
They're not even
you
fine,
I mean,
bro.
go take your ass down to Harry Hines, get you a couple high hookers, man. Let them fucking get on the pole. Like, at least so I can make it entertaining. You know what I mean? Like, God damn.
Come on, man.
Yeah, like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like,
It's just a spectacle, bro.
I hate that fucking stadium too, man. I hate AT&T Stadium, man. I hate it. I hate the fucking sky mirror. But Simon told
Oh,
that story
right.
about throwing
Oh,
that cup of piss at the fucking sky mirror. I thought that shit was
yeah, yeah. Let's
hilarious.
not even bring up Sky Mirror. That's just a joke.
He get mad, dude. Fuck that fucking bullshit. In fact, it was funny. I don't know if Duke remembers this. When we were all at that, people don't know. I was at that game, that Cincinnati game, that him and Duke were on the sideline up in the owner's box.
Yeah.
Because we all three linked up afterwards. And I remember when I was on the phone with Will, like, hey man, where y'all at? He's like, well, where are you? And I said, I'm by the Sky Mirror. He said, don't ever fucking mention that shit again to me. I was like, easy enough, bro. Where you at? We ended up linking up over there by the players' entrance, over there by the fountains. But
Yeah.
it was funny. I was like, I'm more by Sky Mirror, so don't ever fucking mention that thing to me again. I was like, all right, man.
Yeah. Just a
You
spectacle,
don't
bro.
ever fucking mention that. I
You
hate
know what I'm
that shit,
saying?
man.
It's not no football environment really,
No,
man. It's like
man, it ain't,
a
bro. Why
giant
didn't you decorate
museum
that
or some
stadium with
shit.
all our legends, man? Why didn't you decorate the
Yeah.
entire stadium with all our history?
And that's
Like,
part of why we ain't got no home field advantage, bro.
yeah,
Ain't no
man.
football atmosphere in that motherfucker.
He
You
he
know what
let
I'm saying?
he
I watched a couple of college football games this year. I watched that Texas Ohio State game, right?
yeah.
Man, I said, see, that's the type of atmosphere I want in AT&T Stadium. That motherfucking game was crunk. You know what I'm saying? That Texas Ohio State game, the Texas OU game was crunk. You know, I want kind of that college atmosphere at AT&T, but it'll never happen because it's
Yeah,
not.
I would love that. Well, that's why I keep saying, man, what they should have did instead of building that bullshit ass stadium is they should have
Yeah,
dumped all that money into Cotton Bowl and
yeah,
renovated it. That's our home. That's where we all started.
it'll
And
never
I mean, you got
happen.
a whole
How many?
generation of fans
Like
that don't.
they can fit what 90,000 in AT&T.
Like close to 100,000, I think. Pretty a lot. I think it's around 100,000 in totally.
That stadium
All.
should be way more crunk than it be, bro. Way
Well, it
louder.
wasn't built or designed to be loud. Like if you ever go, it used to be called. It used to be called CenturyLink. I don't remember what it's called now. The Seahawks Stadium.
Yeah.
You know, I've been to a couple games there. Like I went to a couple different Dallas games there over the years, and I'm telling you, that place is fucking loud, man. It's
Yeah, that's
bumping.
what I heard. It gets real loud.
Oh, it's
Real loud.
insane. I've never been to Arrowhead, and I heard Arrowhead's supposedly the loudest stadium in the league, so they say. But I can tell you what, man, that CenturyLink or whatever it's called now,
Yeah.
it's crunk as hell, man. It gets wild in there. Like
They
it
say
was.
that Viking Stadium get pretty loud too.
Nah, me and Gil went to that game when we hung 40 on them. We were there, and it wasn't as loud as I thought. You know, when they
Well,
do the
we
skull
had no
thing, like
reason. We hung
skull,
40
it gets.
on them. They had no reason to get loud, you know.
Oh yeah, they were by halftime they were pretty quiet. Like I got the video still on my phone of the little fans leaving at halftime.
Yeah.
This fucking butthurt dude. Will was going off that night too. Jesus Christ, Simon's going off that night. I called him from the stadium and he's like, "Let's shoot Cooler Jones." Report back from fucking. I'm like, it's a fucking casualty. It looks like a war zone out here. There's body parts everywhere. Fucking, there's no gritties in sight. No gritties whatsoever. You know, like it was. And I'm standing in the midst of all these Vikings fans. They were the coolest fucking fans ever. I'm
Yeah.
talking shit. I'm on the phone. I'm like, man, no fucking gritties. All the fans were just sitting there looking at me like they weren't even saying nothing. I was like, and I kept thinking. I told Gil, I said, hey man, I'm on the phone with Will. We're live on his channel. And I look at him and say, hey, bro, we need to get the fuck out of here. We're about to get the shit kicked out of us. Like, man, we're surrounded by Vikings fans. He's like, fuck them. Fuck them. You know, I'm just like, hey, fuck them. Fuck the Vikings. You know, I just started talking shit, and everybody was like, man, y'all whooped our asses. You know, we had these
Yeah.
brothers sitting in front of us at that game. And one was a Cowboys fan, one was a Vikings fan. And his brother dude was giving his younger brother shit. And his brother Brendan got so fucking mad, he threw a beer at him and left. Like he got so fucking mad because his brother was talking so much shit to him. And we were giving shit to, we were talking shit to him too, and he's just like, man, fuck all you guys. And he threw a beer at his brother left. And I'm like, man, you gonna let him get away with that? He goes, ah, he's my little brother. He'll get over it. I was like, okay. And we're like, go Cowboys, yeah, just like fucking going nuts, man.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
It was a great atmosphere. Big Ben, yeah, the fans were cool. Like they put up with our shit, you know. Well, what choice they got? We just won 40 on you motherfuckers, man. Like, and you only put up 3. You know, that was ass whooping from start to finish.
Hey,
And we were
Brando, that's
shocked.
a good question. That's a good question. That'll happen when we get a coach that can install discipline.
Yeah, 100%, man.
You know what I'm saying? Because the penalties be driving me nuts, bro.
Yeah,
I'm talking about.
yeah.
So we make a play, you know, make a run for like 9 yards. Here come that flag. Holding.
Holding.
78.
Yeah, holding. Usually holding on fucking Tyler Guyton. Yeah,
Or Terrence Steele.
yeah. Terrence Steele likes to hold too, especially
Yep.
in key moments. You know.
Right.
Yeah, I'm so sick of the penalties. You know what I'm goddamn sick of, man, is we get down to the 20 and we go spread 5 wide shotgun. And we've been running the ball all year on people. Javonte Williams having a big year, right? And we
Yep.
get down to that red zone and we just forget how to run football. We want to go spread 5 wide shotgun.
Can we
And
stop with the end arounds, bro? Like,
get up and run a double reverse.
God
Yeah,
damn, bro.
yeah. That was Kellen Special from Kellen Moore that shit. We would get down
Yeah.
that red zone, dude.
Oh, I said,
Fucking time.
Sean
Why are you
Allen,
running
he's
a triple
still
reverse in the
running
fucking red zone, bro?
Linehan, Kellen Moore shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh God, man. Well, that's part of the
Still
problem
running
too. See,
Jason Garrett playbook.
brother, you just touched on it though. Yes, but see, that's it right there. That's part of the problem too. And I brought this up in one of my goddamn videos, man. This is part of the problem with Dak Prescott and why I want him gone, because he can only run that bullshit ass system. And Jerry and them even said in the goddamn offseason that they didn't want to have to change the offensive system around. That's why they hired Shoddy, because they didn't want their quarterback to learn a new offensive system. Well, if he's so goddamn elite, why can't he learn a new system?
Yeah.
He's a 10-year vet. You don't think Aaron Rodgers learned a new system when he went to the Jets? And then a year later, he turned around and had to learn a new system at the fucking Steelers?
Right.
You don't think other quarterbacks have had to do that when they get a new coach or a new OC? I don't want to hear why.
I don't think they got that kind of confidence in Dak learning a new system, bro.
No, they don't, which tells me all I need to know about my quarterback.
Right.
God damn, man. How many more ways does it need to be shown to you that this dude is not a franchise fucking quarterback? Like, I don't know what's so hard to figure out. People just want to. People need heroes, I guess. I don't know. Like, if that's your hero, I feel sorry for you.
I mean,
Like,
I used to have that mentality. I was like, I'm supporting my quarterback because he's the quarterback of my team when it came to Dak, right?
Mm-hmm.
But at some point, it's just the reality just hit me in the face, man. I was like, you know what, this dude just ain't. He not what we need better. He not what we need. You know what I'm saying? He not total trash, but he's far from a franchise quarterback to me.
Well, DJ 139314 or whatever. Yeah, it does look like the Garrett offense, because I think we're still running remnants of the fucking Linehan offense.
Yeah.
And the fucking Kellen Moore bullshit. We're still running that because that's what Dak's comfortable with.
That's what he's comfortable with.
But why the fuck we keep tailoring everything for a fucking loser? We keep building this team around a fucking loser, and Dak Prescott is most certainly a fucking loser.
I'll tell you, like I told you earlier.
Yeah.
Jerry likes headlines.
Uh-huh.
Dak is a divisive individual. He splits the fan base in half, but it brings attention. So that's all Jerry really gives a fuck about. Like, can you draw headlines? Jerry should have been a music producer or some shit. Like, can you draw a crowd? You know what I'm saying? Because that's the type of shit he care about, man.
Yeah. I mean, jersey sales, man. Selling that merch, man. You got to push that merch.
Yeah.
When they made a T-shirt, when they made a fucking T-shirt last year, not last year, but the year before in 24, when fucking when Tolbert caught that game-winning touchdown against the Steelers, and the fucking franchise immediately took a snapshot from that catch and made a fucking T-shirt and sold it on the website.
Yeah.
That told me, I mean, this is what we're celebrating.
Yeah.
is a fucking third string, fourth string receiver making a game winning catch. Like
Right.
that's because and they took advantage of that and turned it into merch to turn it into more money.
Right.
Like we're not celebrating like moments that won us the NFC Championship. We're not celebrating fucking moments that won a Lombardi, you know, or a game winning catch that gets us into the playoffs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Something a big moment. Oh, that's because we don't have those. You know, we don't have those under your fucking precious Dak Prescott.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or like like y'all used to say all the time. We had Dak and you got Dakota, you got Rain.
Yeah.
You got Dak and you got fucking Rain.
Right.
You know, Dak's the one that comes out with a scowl on his face and his eyes are locked in. He goes out and he throws for 405 touchdowns. You know what I mean? That's that locked in motherfucker that I'm like, where's this been at all year? You
Right.
see it every once in a while. You see him like come out and have a huge game, like he did against the Chiefs
Right.
this year, or the second game when he beat Philly. Dak
Yeah.
was locked the fuck in. When he came out of the locker room, and I tell people, watch Dak. If you look at the sideline footage, you see him warming up over there, and he looks like he's locked in and he's joking and he looks loose and he's smiling and he's joking around. That's that locked in Dak. That's Dak.
Right.
Rain is the motherfucker with the flop sweats. Looks like he just did an 8 ball and fucking, you know what I mean? And he
Eyes
ain't
all
slept in
buff
3
and
days.
shit.
I bugging out and sweating his balls off, looking like he's fucking,
Yeah.
you just saw a ghost.
Yeah.
Like a ghost of his mom walked up to him, tapped him on the shoulder. Like
See, that
that's
was the
Rain.
quarterback we seen against the Broncos. And
Yeah, against
who we
Jacoby.
seen against the Bears and
We
the
saw against the
Cardinals.
Cardinals, the retardinals, with fucking when Jacoby Brissett came into our house and beat us
Yeah. Yeah.
for the whole world to see. That was it for me. When we lost that game, I was fucking done. I didn't watch no more football. I swear to you, I didn't watch no more games this year. I watched the highlights. I was done. I was like, fuck this team, fuck that great. I mean, and I ain't usually like that.
And
I did watch.
That was also the Dak we seen against Carolina.
Oh yeah, that's the Dak we saw against in that motherfucking Green Bay game.
Like, the Charger game,
Yeah,
the Viking game.
yeah. Oh yeah, when J.J. McCarthy came in and fucking hung 40 on us. Yeah.
Right,
Fucking great. I'll remember that game for the rest of my life, bro.
man.
And you know what's fucked up is me and Gil were going to go to that game.
Oh, the Charger game.
No, the fucking the goddamn Vikings game.
Oh, okay.
We were going to go to that fucking game. And we last minute we both had to pull out. We got other shit going on, but we were going to go. And I'm glad we fucking did. I'd been so fucking mad. I'd have been pissed. I would have been pissed. I'd have been fucking hot,
Man.
for wasting my time. And I'm not that guy. I go to games. I up until last year, I could go to games every year. I would go to multiple games sometimes. You know what I mean? I ain't about not going to games. Like that's not me. I'm not one of the TV fan or whatever. You know what I mean? I got more game towels than any motherfucker in this last year. I promise you.
Yeah.
But it ain't to toot my horn or beat my chest or anything. I'm just saying I'm not that fan. Like I don't not watch this team even when we suck. But what I saw this year was, dude, that is the worst defense I've ever seen since 19.
Oh man.
I've been seriously watching this team since 1978, and this is the worst goddamn defense I've ever seen in Dallas.
Bro, it
ever.
was historically bad, bro.
Oh, it was bad. It was the worst. And just on the eye test, never mind the stats, brother. You know what I mean? Just the eye test, it was fucking awful.
Yeah.
It was torture watching this defense, man. Every time an opposing team's offense got the ball, I looked at my wife like they're about to score. She's like, "You don't know that. You don't know." And they would score. She'd be like, "Damn, you're right. Like I told you."
It was so
awful.
bad, bro. It's gonna take a miracle defensive coordinator to come up in here, bro, and turn this around.
Oh yeah, that's the other part of that.
Bad it was, bro.
That's the other part of the equation that people aren't talking about, though, Tev. Is you're assuming that defense is going to come in here and everything's going to change overnight. I don't know where you're getting that from. Where does that ever happen in the NFL?
Yeah,
Never.
It's not gonna change overnight, man. They was historically bad, bro. Like
it took the Patriots 3 years to be back in contention, 4 years, something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, it takes time. Even if you make all the right moves, the moves compound. So this year we can get some good defensive players. Next year we can get a quarterback, get some linemen. We'll just keep adding pieces. But if you don't have the right fucking GM, if you don't have the right coach, if you don't have the right defensive coordinator or offensive coordinator, it don't matter who you bring in here. It don't matter. If the Patriots with Tom Brady had oh, I don't know what coach, fuck man, any other coach in the AFC, the fucking the if Andy Reid was at the Patriots, they probably wouldn't have won all the Super Bowls.
So let me ask you this, and I
Like,
don't know if Duke's still with us, but
yeah,
y'all think we bring Javonte Williams back?
I think they need to. I think it would be a mistake to let him walk, just because even if we draft a linebacker, like, you know what I mean, I got to prove a commodity and he's healthy. You know, it'd be a mistake. He had a big year this year, and I think he should have had an even bigger year if fucking Schottenheimer wasn't a pussy and afraid to run the ball,
I
like in the
think they
fucking
should bring
Carolina
him
game.
back because I don't really see no outside of that Notre Dame running back. I don't know about the running backs this year coming out.
I like that kid, Katron Allen from fucking Penn State. I really like him a lot. He fits Shotty's mold. He's over 220. He's like 5'9", 5'10". He's a
Mm.
power back. I don't know if you watched him at all. If you haven't,
No,
check him out.
I ain't watching. I ain't seen
Katron
him.
Allen is his name. He's a good running back. I like the kid. He fits Shotty's mold. And he'd be great to pair with Javonte. Be a 1-2 punch.
Yeah,
A couple power backs. And if you want to fuck around, and I'm gonna tell you like this about Jaden Blue, since we're talking about running backs, he's not a running back, he's a wide receiver. I've been saying that. He was a wide receiver at Texas. All his big plays in Texas were almost all from the wide receiver position. He had some plays as a running back. He did, but he's a wide receiver. They need to quit fucking around with this running back shit and just make him a wide receiver. Let him be a weapon. Use him and get him in space and let him work. He can run. He's fast. Like I don't. I told you my theory is he didn't want Jaden Blue.
yeah.
He didn't want to draft him. You can tell the way he reacted when they drafted him. And I know, knowing what I know about Schottenheimer and how his dad was, Schottenheimer, even his dad liked bigger backs. Like that's their system. You know, and he came out and said it this year. He likes bigger backs. You know, he likes them 220 plus dudes. You know,
Yeah.
so yeah, there's some dudes you could get, but is he going to be sitting there in the fourth? Is he going to be there? Because, like you said, the class ain't great. So more than likely, all these running backs are going to get pushed up.
Yeah.
Like dudes that you would take in the fourth, they're going to get taken in the third. Oh, by the way, we don't have a third round pick.
But we don't
You
have
know?
a second or a third.
Nope, we got no picks on day 2 as of right now. Now, I think they're going to use that 20. They're going to try to trade that and get more picks. That's what I think.
Because that's that's the cowboy thing to do. That's usually what they do. Try to trade
Yeah,
back, pick up.
and we'll draft. Well, you know, when you got the fan base, you know, hooting and hollering to draft that kid McCoy from Tennessee, even though he blew his fucking knee out, they want to draft. Here we go, drafting hurt players again.
Didn't we just do that with Siobhan Revel?
Yeah, we did, and they apparently didn't learn shit because here we go with Flitz the King out here, fucking champion McCoy, making
Right.
videos about the kid, talking about oh he's so talented. I'm like, yeah, but he's fucking injured, bro.
He said the
Didn't we
same
learn
thing about
nothing?
Revel though.
Then we, yeah, he did. They said the same thing about him. Oh, how big he is. If he hadn't got hurt, he wouldn't have went in the first round. I didn't see no goddamn first round talent when I watched that kid last year. I didn't see first round talent. He
Nope.
played at ECU. Who the fuck did he
Right.
play against? He didn't play against anybody.
Right.
I don't draft corners out of fucking small schools. I draft corners out of the SEC
Yeah.
because all your great corners come out of the SEC.
Yep.
Name them. Name a great corner in the league right now. I bet you they play the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
More than likely, or the Big Ten, something like that. One of the Power 5 conferences.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the ACC. I'm not a big fan of the ACC.
Christian Gonzalez came from what, Miami?
Yeah, ACC, Power
Yeah.
5.
Yep.
Let's just go down. Kyle Hamilton. You know, what's his name in fucking Baltimore? The safety. Not Delpit. What's his name? What's the safety? You know what I'm talking about. I'm drawing blank on names tonight for some reason. But you know what I'm talking about. They're the safety they got up there in Baltimore. He came out of SEC. I mean, look at all the great corners that come out of LSU and other schools out of SEC. Like, you know, LSU's damn DBU. Now, I do like that kid, man. Sort of Lane in LSU.
LSU, yeah.
I like that kid a lot. He's got talent. I think he'd be a good corner. I think he's going to be a slot in the NFL, but that's just my opinion. What the fuck
I would draft him before I would draft that kid they pumping up out of Tennessee.
McCoy.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they draft that kid, I'm gonna lose my shit, bro. I'm gonna fucking just snap, man. Like, what are we doing? You know, like the fact that these moron from content creators that everybody listens to and thinks they're such draft fucking gurus are trying to convince you to draft another hurt player. Like
Yeah.
we didn't learn anything from fucking Sean Lee. We didn't learn anything from Clayton Mandarich.
Jalen
We didn't learn
Smith.
anything from Jalen Smith. We didn't learn anything. We didn't learn anything from Jamal Ravel. This team don't ever learn. We think we're smarter than everybody. We think we're just smarter than everybody. You know, and it keeps backfiring because
Yeah.
we have no football minds inside that front office. Not one.
Not none.
Not one.
Not one. For real.
Not one.
I'm gonna keep saying that. And that's what I'm on, man. I ain't gonna change till they should prove me different. And I don't think they're gonna prove me wrong.
Nah, not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
But I'm gonna go on and get up off of here, fellas.
Yeah, I gotta get off too, man. I appreciate you having me on, dude. I don't know if you're still there,
Yeah.
brother, but I'm gonna bounce
Yeah,
out
Duke,
here.
if you're still there, man, I appreciate you letting me up, bro.
Hey, I'm still here, man. Thank you guys. I was just listening in.
All right. Well, I'm gonna
Great
get off out of
conversation.
here. So, yeah, everybody have a
Hey.
good night. Y'all have a good weekend, all that stuff.
For sure.
All
Yeah,
right,
man. Be good, dudes, man. Hey,
All
Tef,
right,
once this weekend's over with, man, hit me up. Let's do this again.
I got you.
Heck yeah.
I
Heck
see
yeah.
you going live. I'll come in.
Yeah, for sure. I'll shoot you a link,
All right, bro.
Sounds good.
All right.
Yeah, Tef's going to be here more. He's probably going to be on my channel. He's on his channel too sometimes, but definitely come back. If I go live, chances are Tef's going to be with me. I'm going to shoot him the link, make sure he's in here. But anyway, thank you guys so much for joining. We're gonna do some more Dallas Cowboy talk over here. Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate you, DJ, for sure. We'll have more Dallas Cowboy talk. I'm going to get involved in this a little bit more starting in the next live stream because I still have a whole lot to say about the Dallas Cowboys, a lot of which you've already heard, but I've got some other things I want to add too. So we'll see you guys after the divisional round games. So with that being said, it's a great Duke Fathers. We'll see you next time. Y'all have a good night.